sports. Proudly covering local high school athletics and District 10 championships on Stream TV.
Going deep.
Got him.
End zone. Got him. Touchdown. Got a man going to the end zone. He's there. Koval. Touchdown.
Ah, nice job with the feet.
Yes, that was one good catch.
And good evening and welcome to Titusville Rocket Football. Hey, we're live tonight. We'll get to that in a moment. We welcome you inside week 3 of high school football, where the 1-1 Bison are welcoming the 1-1 Titusville Rockets. Our coverage of Rocket sports this season made possible by these great sponsors. By Oil Creek Plastics. By Titusville Area Hospital. By Interstate Pipe and Supply. By State Farm Insurance, by Poppies, by the Gordon B. Garrett Funeral Home, by Donovan and Bauer Auto Group, by The Barking Lot, by Fat Chad's Brewing, by Armstrong, by Kreiner Real Estate, by Warner's Bakery, by Goodwill, by Larry's Auto Service, by Corky's Pizza, and by the Titusville Beverage. And we welcome you inside the Kreiner Real Estate Warner's Bakery pregame show. We bring in our crew, Jim Bodemer, Steve Bodemer. Down on the field is Mr. Bill McCrillis on the wireless mic, and we'll be catching up with Bill in just a few moments. Guys, welcome, and a nice surprise. The athletic director came up to us just a little bit ago and said, hey, we can be live tonight. So we want to thank Fort LeBeouf, and I'll tell you what, great crew, great staff, and it's military night, so can't beat that tonight, guys.
Well, the only problem we're going to have is in the military uniform that LeBeouf players are wearing. We can hardly see the numbers, so we'll do our best to keep it together with you, and Adam will have a big job tonight because he's probably doing a lot of broadcasting, Steve, right off the monitor.
Yeah,
the only way I can see the numbers.
The only way we can see the numbers. You can see with the camera, you can get up real close on them, but that's about the view we have there. So the numbers are going to be a little bit tight. We'll see whether or not it changes when the sun goes down and the lights are turned on, but I don't see any reason why it would.
Titusville's coming in 1-1 as the Bisons are also 1-1. They lost to Conneaut. They beat Conneaut big time, and then lost to General McLean, which is a perennial power football team. So we don't know exactly what to expect, other than the fact that they are much bigger than Titusville, seem to have a very good running game. So Titusville's going to have to really put it together tonight defensively to get a stop to this team.
Well, we watched a little bit of the highlight game against General McLean, and they're very much run-oriented, and they've got 3 to 4 kids that are all built very close to the same. They're all running around right around 6 foot. They all go about 200 pounds. I won't say that they've got breakaway speed, but if they get loose, they're going to run for 20 to 30 yards, and any one of the 4 can do that. So Titusville's going to have to come up and hit hard and tackle well.
We've got some stats we're going to bring up later in the pregame show, looking at last week, Steve, so you'll get a chance to break that down. We'll also have Bodemer's Basics. That's coming up. But you also had a chance to sit down with Coach Reynolds, and we'll get his thoughts here as our pregame show continues. We welcome everybody joining us here on a beautiful evening. It is a Friday night, and that means high school football. It's week 3 of high school football, and we are so excited to be here and to bring you all the exciting action. This is the Kreiner Real Estate, Warner's Bakery. Those look good. Pre-game show. Our coverage will continue right after this.
Interstate Pipe and Supply takes pride in providing superior customer service. That's why our dedicated employees are well trained and have the experience to offer friendly, quick, and reliable service and support. Need materials delivered to your job site? No problem. Interstate offers fast delivery from our 4 locations in Western Pennsylvania. We also serve Eastern Ohio, Northern Western Virginia, and Western New York. Service means business at Western Pennsylvania's premier pipe and supply company, Interstate Pipe and Supply.
Like a good neighbor, your State Farm agent is there. And there. And now, there. Good Neighbor Connect is a secure virtual meeting tool exclusively for State Farm customers. It's simple to use, no signups, downloads, or plugins, and it helps you have the conversations you need with your agent at whatever distance you prefer. Ask your agent about meeting through Good Neighbor Connect today. Like a good neighbor. State Farm is there.
Poppy's Equipment and Storage Rental in Pleasantville is committed to providing our customers with exceptional service while offering quality rental equipment. We offer competitive pricing and an array of equipment for you to get the job done and on time. Hosting an event? Poppy's can help with that too. We have tents, tables, chairs, heaters, generators, barbecues, and more. Need firewood or propane? No problem. Whether you're in construction or a weekend warrior, reach out to Poppy's about your next project needs. Poppy's Place on the Tinesta Road in Pleasantville.
Hey, Joe, should I be seeing zeros?
What, on our 401k?
No, 0% is back. Dummy.
That's right, 0% is back on select models. And you know what else is back? Our inventory. Roll that beautiful drone footage.
So stop out and see us for 0% financing.
We're Donovan and Bauer on the Hightown Road in Titusville.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Rocket Pregame Football Show. It's week 3, and with me is Coach Reynolds of the Titusville Rockets. And before we look at tonight's opponent in Fort LeBeouf, a little bit about last week's game.
Sure.
Sharpsville, we knew was going to be good. They're a talented football team. We held our own, though, really, for about the first quarter and a half. You know, it's only a 13-7 ball game. You had to be fairly pleased at that point.
Yeah, the place we're getting the kids to go is we're talking about playing championship level football teams. There's no doubt Sharpsville is a fantastic team, phenomenal group of athletes. So coming out of the gates in that game, we weren't mentally ready for what was coming. We made a couple mistakes right out of the get-go. It cost us a few points here and there, but I appreciate the kids working back. And you take a look at those first 3 or 4 offensive series. The second offensive series, we just had a fluke interception while our guys were driving and doing a good job. I think at that point the game was about 7-0 at that point. Second offensive series, we had a 9-play drive in there. It was very productive. Kids did a phenomenal job. We got inside of the 10. And in that series, we had 3 scoring opportunities. One came down to a missed block on a zone pickup, which is a pretty easy block for the kids. We had one go through the hands of a receiver, and we missed a field goal. So that's all in one drive. And to play quality, good football, you have to have offenses and defenses to work together. So if you're going to play a high-powered offense, we need to consume the ball. We need to take time off the clock. And that was one of our goals. And so those couple little things happen, and the outlook of that game is totally different. So even though the score may have said 28-0 at the end, they weren't 28 points better than us. We did some things to make it easy on them, and those are all correctable mistakes with a young team, things we're looking to fix.
And that was made obvious in the first play of scrimmage.
Sure,
well, actually,
sure.
I was a little surprised when we had to kick off the young man from Sharpsville at the sideline at about the 5. I thought he was out of bounds, and apparently not. He caught the ball and then stepped right out of bounds. I don't know what he was thinking or what he was doing there. And I thought, well, that's kind of a break for Titusville. And then the very next play, 96 yards, and we're down 7-0. And we talked about it there. I believe it was a sophomore playing corner that just not ready to backpedal and keep that cushion a little bit. And I think the speed was better than what we saw at Franklin. And I think there's, you've got
adjust for it, and when you're young, you don't know these things.
Yeah, so especially newer teams, we talk situational awareness. So at the 5-yard line, I mean, that clearly was a mental error on their side, so we're pretty excited about that. We were lined up at 5 yards, should have been lined up at 7. You know, should have been a little more respectful of what we were playing in front of us. And that's a mistake we made, but those are the kind of things that those kids learn. They understand, they see what happened, they understand how to fix it, and that's how we move ahead in this game.
And that's what you've got to do. Like I say, you know, about halfway through the second quarter, it's still a 13-7 ball game, and playing pretty well. I got a sense about that time where Sharpsville's offensive line and then their defensive line kind of started to take control of the line of scrimmage, kind of dominated play. If you look at the film, you'll see that they're playing in our backfield and we can't penetrate their offensive line. That's never a good scenario.
So really the big thing is when we're taking the edges is taking care of those edge rushers, those scrape fire guys. And there were a few cases where, you know, we were rolling out and that edge protection, we just missed a block here or there. And there were several scenarios where maybe we see a pressure. It's a one-guy block. I mean, literally, we take care of this one guy either through leverage, pre-snap alignments, or a proper motion, and those things are taken care of. So there was nothing there that I felt was an unforgivable sin that could never be fixed, because it certainly was there, and most of it could have been fixed before the ball was even snapped. And that's just part of the game of teaching these guys to play ball.
And again, you know, we keep telling people, we don't mean to pounded to death, but this is a new system. It's new for everybody, so it doesn't really make a whole lot of difference whether you're in 9th grade or whether you're a senior. There's a learning curve involved with this going into this year. We knew that. I was a little surprised at Sharpsville. I wasn't really surprised, but how well Sharpsville's quarterback threw the ball. He threw the ball very well. I mean, he's on target. He has a good arm. Threw it very well. Coming into tonight's ball game against Fort LeBeouf last week, looking at their game against General McLean, 9 yards passing.
You have two very different teams you're looking at from last week. You know, the Summers kid at Sharpsville is a precision passer, threw some outstanding balls, and I do need to give credit to our defense and our defensive coaches. In that second quarter turnaround there, we held them on one of those drives coming in, and that was a real quality job by our guys both in the front and in that secondary. So where you see Sharpsville having some real nice pass, some open windows that are very narrow, and they're putting balls in, you're going to see a team that they're running first, second, third, fourth, first before they're ever thinking about passing. You know, General McLean wins that game because, let's say LeBeouf had 140, 150 yards rushing. McLean was about the same, but McLean also had 150 yards passing. And that was the difference in the game. LeBeouf has a real nice interior. They're 4 down linemen. They're a 4-3 look over/under. That's a nice system, nice guys. Their secondary, there's some things in there that will be interesting to see what those look like on Friday night. They play pretty conservatively in the secondary, and I think that largely has to do with what you saw in that McLean game last week. So whether or not they'll continue that same loose zone coverage will be interesting to see tonight as we go out there. And we'll test those things as we go out.
And that's going to be an interesting thing. And one of the things that we'll hear about receivers is they have to recognize whether they're in man coverage or whether it's zone. Because if it's a man coverage, your routes continue. If it's zone, you have to find that spot and be able to get that throwing lane to your quarterback and just sit for it. It'll be interesting to see if we get our kids both on the same page. Offensively, like you said, they're going to grind it. They're just going to try to run you to death. They're going to run right at you. What little I saw, they've got about 4 kids, including the quarterback, that will run. They're not easily brought down.
Yeah, and for guys that like football, that follow football, this system is largely born out of the guys from Northeast. Coach Chesman, if you've seen any of those guys through the year, used to be a LeBeouf coach, used to be at Northeast. Matt Chesman, Joe Chesman. Those are the kind of guys you're looking at out there as terms of system and defenses coming out. So yeah, they're going to definitely grind it up on us. We're going to emphasize getting our guys low. Anytime you play a team like this, you definitely want to force them to earn their scores and make them execute 10, 12, 13, 14 plays to get a touchdown. And the same thing goes offensively. We want to make sure that we're consuming the clock, we're moving the ball downfield, and we're getting the ball into the hands of our playmakers.
One of the things that stood out was the turnovers. LeBeouf didn't have any fumbles, but they had 2 interceptions. I'm assuming that they had to go to the pass game in the fourth quarter. So one of the things I think obviously Titusville would like to be is to have that 1 to 2 touchdown cushion going into the fourth, force them out of that running game and having to throw the ball.
Yeah, you'll watch the films when this particular quarterback, at least in the previous week, rolls out. The passes are they're not as precise as you saw the previous week. I mean, this is still a good football team with good athletes, but you can always tell when you look at a team, if a team has passing concepts, and that's really important. Both their offense and defense works relentlessly to defend those. When you have a team that works really hard on the run, you can kind of see it in that defense. That defense works hard against the run. The offense does the same thing. So we definitely view their run game as a strength. We view our passing game as a strength, and we want to make sure we're matching up in that direction as we play.
Well, it should be a good ball game. Fort LeBeouf coming in highly rated in Division 3A. Titusville suffering their first loss of the year last week. It's going to be a good ball game here at Fort LeBeouf, and it's another new opponent for Titusville this week. Yep. Come on back. We'll see how this one turns out. We'll be right back.
Signature here. Oh, and one last thing.
What's with the chainsaw?
Oh, well, service may be slowed due to network interference.
Network interference?
Yeah, well, maybe if you cut down some of these trees, you can finally get a decent cell signal, which is how you get internet now. Good luck.
Read the fine print. Only Armstrong delivers fast and reliable internet right into your home on a network built specifically for the internet. Zoom from Armstrong.
Whoever said, "It's only a dog," never loved a dog. Our philosophy is simple. We treat every dog as if it were our own, and believe us, we spoil our dogs. When dogs are comfortable, they're happy. The Barking Lot in Titusville is ready to make your dog happy by offering grooming services, daycare, and boarding. Call today to schedule an appointment, or better yet, stop in and discover a stranger, crazier, quirkier group of dog lovers at the Barking Lot in Titusville.
Since 1965, the Gordon B. Garrett Funeral Home has been dedicated to serving Titusville and surrounding communities. Mr. Garrett believed in tradition and commitment to excellence, standards that are still held to this day. He also believed in community and making Titusville the best place to live, work, and play. When you need us, we will be there for you, providing a dignified service at fair prices. This has been our foundation for 55 years. The Gordon B. Garrett Funeral Home, 303 North Washington Street, Titusville.
Hi, my name is Dr. Charlie Gates. I'm an orthopedic surgeon with Orthopedic Associates of Meadville, and I spend most of my time here at Titusville Area Hospital. I'm a general orthopedic surgeon. I perform wrist fracture surgery, ankle fracture surgery, and hip fracture surgeries. I do carpal tunnels and trigger fingers, knee arthroscopies, and shoulder arthroscopies. I look forward to serving the patients here in the hospital.
And welcome back to Fort LeBeouf High School for week 3 of high school football. This is the Kreiner Real Estate Warner's Bakery pregame show. All right, guys, another beautiful night for football.
Yeah, it really is. The sunlight's out. I was watching the teams warm up in the punting game. It doesn't seem like it makes any difference left to right or right to left. But Bill's down there in the field someplace. Bill looking pretty good down there for the evening at 74 degrees. No chance of rain, really. So it looks pretty good.
Really nice down here. We're getting ready for the national anthem. The American flag is at half staff. And talk about the uniforms, guys. I'll let you know here about those a little later.
Okay.
Wireless Mic tonight brought to you by Titusville Dairy Products Company and by Ongley's Outdoor Power Equipment. Stop by and say hi to the folks at the dairy. Get some of your cottage cheese, or stop by and say hi to Jake. Don't eat the cottage cheese at Ongley's. But if you need your mower fixed, or maybe your chainsaw before you need to get out there and cut some wood. All right, guys. Pregame show is going to continue here from Fort LeBeouf. Another quick timeout, and our coverage will continue. Coming up, we'll take a look at some of the stats from last week. This is the Kreiner Real Estate Warner's Bakery pregame show.
Fat Chad's Brewing is Titusville's premier dining destination, offering fine dining served with a cold beverage and great conversation. Try our oiled Derrick sirloin or railroad flat iron, or how about the TPD ribeye, Louis Lip strip steak, or Fat Chad's pork steak. Our pasta entries and sandwiches are just as popular. Try the garden pasta or the Asiago chicken, or get the Rocketeer burger or fish sandwich, all served with fresh cut fries. Come in Saturday nights for Wild Game Saturdays. For good food and good times, it's Fat Chad's Brewing in Titusville.
Like a good neighbor, your State Farm agent is there. And there. And now, there. Good Neighbor Connect is a secure virtual meeting tool exclusively for State Farm customers. It's simple to use, no signups, downloads, or plugins, and it helps you have the conversations you need with your agent at whatever distance you prefer. Ask your agent about meeting through Good Neighbor Connect today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Let's say I have an internet issue. Do you offer in-home support?
That would be fee.
You did say free, right?
That's a fee.
Free?
Fee.
So do I pay for in-home support or do I not pay for in-home support?
Correct.
Read the fine print. Only Armstrong provides all our customers with free local support and service, in-home, by telephone, or one of our local stores. Zoom from Armstrong.
Would you love to exercise, but pain is holding you back? The aquatic therapy offered at Titusville Area Hospital Physical Therapy may benefit anyone suffering from joint pain, recovery from joint replacements, or other surgeries, fibromyalgia, osteoarthritis, muscle weakness, or other physical limitations. In the comfort of a heated pool and with private one-on-one sessions, the professionals at TAH Physical Therapy can help. Call today for more information. 827-0354.
And welcome back. This is the Kreiner Real Estate Warner's Bakery pregame show. It's military night here at Fort LeBeouf, which is a really cool thing to see. Our respects to all those who have served and currently serving. We'll talk a little bit about that throughout the night. Well, Steve, you take a look at some stats from last week. Here's what we're looking at.
Yeah, offensively, Titusville couldn't get anything going in the ground game. Got 151 through the air, 196 total. Meanwhile, Sharpsville pretty much did what they wanted to, and this pretty much started about midway through the second quarter when they really started to take control of the line of scrimmage. 233 rushing yards, 300 passing yards, over 500 total yards, and it's not hard to come up with 42 points when you're racking up that kind of yardage. So Titusville's going to have to do a little bit of job defensively tonight. Don't look for the passing yards tonight, but they will run for that amount if we don't tackle well.
Presentation of the colors have been taken care of. I'm getting ready now for the playing of the national anthem.
Very nice ceremony here before the start of the game. Well, we've got tip-off, the coin toss, all that's coming up as our pregame show wraps up. This is the Kreiner Real Estate Warner's Bakery pregame show. Start of the game coming up next.
At Donovan and Bauer Auto Group, all the local fall sports seasons are here. No matter if you're making that touchdown, running that extra mile, scoring that winning goal, making that putt for birdie, or slamming down that setter spike, the team at Donovan and Bauer Auto Group is a proud supporter of all the fall athletics in Titusville and the surrounding area. Doing your best is a team effort, and the team here at Donovan and Bauer attempts to give the best effort to our customers day in and out, just like all the local athletes. Have a safe and memorable 22 fall sports season to all the local teams and athletes. When you have the time, visit us on our website at donovanbauer.com and score that winning deal.
Oil Creek Plastics has provided quality, service, and integrity to their customers and community. Their talented and committed employees strive to deliver to their clients the best products that are American-made. In that spirit, our high school athletes show commitment to their school and community, excelling at every event. In these times of uncertainty, community comes together. Oil Creek Plastics is proud to support the Titusville Rockets and continue traditions that are made in the USA.
Stream Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of Titusville Rocket Sports on Stream TV.
That's the national anthem. We are here at Fort LeBeouf High School. It's the 1-1 Bison and the 1-1 Titusville Rockets. It's another beautiful night. Clear skies expected this evening. Temperatures around 74, but will drop into the upper 60s throughout the evening. And we are just about set to go. We're going to be heading out to midfield here in just a little bit. Jim Bodemer, Steve Bodemer, Bill McCrillis down on the field with the wireless mic. And we welcome you to Week 3 of high school football.
I was just wondering, Steve, as we stood here and we watched the ceremony, great ceremony honoring our military. We have Titusville on the far side in the sunlight, LeBeouf on this side in the shade for about 15 minutes. And I don't remember what team it was in the pros or something. They were complaining because they always put the visitors on the sunshine. And some reason that just came to my mind as I was watching the Titusville boys standing over there for this period of time. What does it do? Probably nothing. They're 18-year-olds.
Yeah.
You and I, we'd probably fall over.
Well, yeah, we'd be down. They'd be bringing in the ambulance. We'd be carted away by now.
Well, we haven't forgotten this, Steve. I know that it's your favorite segment. We've got, oh yes, Bodemer's Basics. I think.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, we'll see how this goes here. Passing game, Titusville passing game against the defense of Fort LeBeouf is going to be crucial tonight. We need to run the passing game to set up the running game. Ability to tackle, Titusville's defense is going to have to come up quick and make stops, not let these running backs get going. And then we want to establish a lead. This is particularly into the fourth quarter. You want to force the Bisons out of what they like to do.
And we take it down onto the field now after all that excitement. And we see what Bill McCrillis
Okay, guys,
was
the
doing.
game is about sportsmanship, right? That can be demonstrated by helping each other up off the ground, applauding each plays, being respectful. Anything else, you know it's not acceptable, right? You guys have any questions about that? All right, so Green has won the toss, and they have a deferred. So I'm going to have you guys switch around because you guys are going to receive over here. So I'll do my signals over here.
Here you go, guys. They just won the toss, and they deferred, and we're going to take the ball.
Well, we were talking about that coming up, Bill. We thought for sure because of their running game that they'd want to put points on the board. So if they won the toss, they would. Our first mistake of the night, they didn't take the ball like we'd anticipated.
Well, let's see what happens this time.
That's right.
Well, First of all, they didn't email me or you, I don't think, as far as looking for advice. And this program's a pretty good program, so they're probably further ahead not to ask our advice. Yeah, I thought they would, if they wanted to toss, take the ball and try to establish that ground game.
Instead, they'll be kicking off. Titusville will be receiving, and we're getting ready to go here at Fort LeBeouf. Again, Fort LeBeouf 1-1, Titusville 1-1. As Fort LeBeouf with a large team. We'll talk about that as the game goes along. I believe kicking off for them, I'm going to say it's McGuire, but I can't quite see again the numbers. 13, I believe that is down there. And he'll be kicking off from the right hash as Titusville comes out on. We usually send, we have Knapp and Ashton Burley goes back deep. And we'll see who else is back there.
11-5 and
22, I believe.
20.
20. I was close. And
Mung.
so
Got to be Cameron Mung.
Cameron Mung, yeah. So about set to go. Titusville and Fort LeBeouf here at Waterford, Pennsylvania. McGuire, short run. The kick's going to come down to Mung. He's going to take it about the 15, out across the 20, goes to the right side, up across the 25, and he'll get out to about the 27. Not a bad take for Mr. Mung, and Titusville will take over first and 10 at the 27.
Well, decent field position to start their game off for Titusville. Decent kick coverage. Not a bad leg on the young man. We'll have to watch that and see how extra points and field goals go this game.
Ball's on the right hash mark for the Rockets as they get under motion here with their first offensive series. And it looks like Titusville's going to send 2 to the left, and they're going to sack 2 to the right.
Out here, let's go.
Snap back, comes over to Mung, and that would be Burley. Burley will pick up about 5 on the play, out across the 30.
Defense just got there.
Yeah, they almost got through there.
Here's your starting lineup for Titusville: Koval, quarterback Burley, Stearns, running back Schmidt, the tight end. There's your offensive line. These groups have to step up here. We cannot allow them to play on our side of the ball.
Titusville second down and 7, pick up a 3 in the last play. Johnson goes wide right, we got a wing right, backs are split. Koval's going to keep it, and he's going to be stacked.
Yeah, that's what we were talking about.
Yeah, they were looking for that. I watched them running their pregame, Steve, and they were really scouted that play out. Koval loses about 4 in the play.
Well, they're just going to come right up through the line there. They're going to send a guy right through us. Again, we talked about this after last week, the ground game having trouble stopping the penetration from the front 4. Tonight, you're going to have to control these front 4 if you're going to want to establish any type of a ground game, but especially here to throw the ball.
Ross goes wide right, behind him stacked is Jackson Koval. Brock Koval rolling to his right, looking downfield, throws it up short, and it is piled up down there. Can't see exactly who. Titusville, I believe, did get it, but it will bring up a punt situation for Titusville. Not enough for the first down. It's out to about the 34.
And that's where these negative plays that Titusville's been experiencing, you can't allow that to happen. If you make that play without the loss, you might have a first down here.
Mung will go back to kick for the Rockets. Wazlila is back to receive. He takes it at his 30, comes out across the 35, gets to the outside, the 40, and knocked out of bounds at about the 46-yard line of LeBeouf. They'll put it in play, first down and 10 there.
Here's the defense, front 3, Hancock, Saxton, and Kerr are the down linemen in this defense. Linebackers are Mung, Koval, Miller, and Schmidt. Koval moved up from the safety position. Ross, Brock Koval, Burley back to safety, and Braden Johnson are your corners.
Fort LeBeouf will take it at the 45. They send one wide to the left. Got a wing right. Chesney under quarterback. Gives it off to the big man, the fullback, coming across the 50, drives out the 45, the 40, he's loose, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown. Right off the get-go, right off the right side, and first play of the game, and LeBeouf takes it right down the field.
This is what we talked about early in this game. We're going to have to come up. We're going to have to make tackles. You can't allow an opening. Once these kids get going, they're going to be tough to break down. And, you can't just allow that gap up front. And that's what Titusville's had trouble with last week. And again now, first offensive play for Fort LeBeouf. And it's the same story. They're just opening gaps and the running backs are running free.
Justin Luchin was the ball carrier, 6'1", 220. Extra point attempt is up, and it looks like it's good. 9:51 to go first quarter, 7-0 LeBeouf on one play from offense, and off the right side, they take it in for the TD. We were talking about this big running back coming up here, Steve, at 220. He showed a little bit of strength there, too, as he got out of the grip of a couple of low tackles by Titusville.
Well, one of the things that I've watched here a little bit with Titusville, and it was the corner coming up, I believe, was 11. As he comes up to make the tackle, he's dropping his head, so he can't see the running back. And the running back, being smart, saw the head drop, just put his head on the back of the helmet and just pushed down, and it just took the defense, the corner, right out of the play. He wasn't going to make a tackle that way. You've got to come up. You got to come up fast. You got to come up under control. But in this situation, again, we've talked about this before. The first guy there, just grab and hold on. Let the others come and finish him off. But you've got to get that initial hit. He's got to hit him and hold on to him.
Especially a guy that's as big as this kid, 6'1", 220.
Yeah, and he's the bigger of the backs, but the other backs are still 185, 195 pounds.
Right.
They're all pretty much the same build.
We haven't talked about the size of the line. Kickoff is going down to the middle. Burley's going to take it at the 10. Burley's out across the 20. Goes to the outside, cuts it up across the 25, and gets it out to the 30. Good drive. Out to the 32-yard line. So a little better field position to start this drive. Titusville needs to get something going right off the bat here. At least establish themselves offensively.
Yeah, you want to get yourself going here because, you gave up one play, a touchdown here. Your offense is going to have to try to respond to that and at least try to create a drive. Even if you stall out around midfield, you can punt the ball, flip the field on them, and then try to play field possession. But, right now, Titusville we want to see him get a first down here.
Titusville will send 2 to the left and stack. They'll stack 2 to the right also. Keep 1 in the backfield along with Brock Colville, the quarterback. Brock keeps it, comes up the middle, and he's going to get nothing. Maybe even lose a little bit. It's going to be tough to run against this big line. I can't quite see. Bill, you may have to help with some numbers once in a while because we can't
64.
64.
64 is on the nose guard.
Well, they're just getting penetration right off the bat. We talked about this. This is what happened against Sharpsville when Sharpsville started to play defense in our backfield. So far, that's what Fort LeBeouf is doing to us.
Second down and 10 for Titusville. Koval tries the option, comes up, cuts it back in. He'll get across the 30, but only to about the 32, where he's stacked up by a bunch of the LeBeouf defense.
Again, there's just nothing there. He's going to bring it to the left side, and there's just no push up front. We're not even trying to neutralize this one. There's penetration on the defensive front. Titusville's going to have to learn how to control that. Now you're back to 3rd and long again.
3rd down and 11, a loss on the play. Titusville keeps 2 in the backfield. Koval rolling to his right, looking to throw, still looking. Throws up short at about the 48-yard line. So bring up another punt situation. To give you an idea about the line play, that's 64 that Bill was alluding to. Young man named Stover, 6'2", 255. So they've got some size up front.
Yeah, well, they've got size up front, but roll that back just real quick here. This is what I'm talking about. You can't be missing blocks. Now, you're going to watch here. We got a running back, 22. That's
Jackson.
not a block. Jackson's got to do a better job on that defender because he's going to end up making affect the throw of Brock Koval.
Mung back to punt. Good snap, good kick. It's going to be taken at the 30. LeBeouf cuts to the left side, gets a block to the outside, out across the 40, the 45, the 50, knocked out of bounds at the Titusville 45 or thereabouts. They say he stepped out on the 50-yard line. So it'll be 1st down 10, second possession for LeBeouf. Last time, 1 play and gone, so we'll see what Titusville can do defensively.
Here's the punt. And Mung's done a nice job punting for us this year.
Yeah,
This
he
is not a
has.
bad kick. It's got good hang time, fairly deep, and then we just give up the edge. There's nobody on the outside here. He's going to get around. I think that's Ian McDonald out there, and then he's just going to get the corner and turn it upfield and get what he can out of it. It's a good return, 20 yards.
First down and 10 for LeBeouf. Second possession. They're at the midfield stripe. Pitch back to the wideout coming across the right side, across the 50, the 45, and be brought down at about the 42-yard line of Titusville. Gain of about 8 on the play.
Looks like Nate Stearns coming up to make the tackle there. But you're going to see this is what they like to do. They're going to bring power. They're going to come this side, and we're going to have to get there. It's not a bad defensive play. We just got to react and get there a little quicker.
Hayden Lessick was the ball carrier, listed 5'9", 190. As we alluded to, a lot of big players out there for LeBeouf. Doubles right for LeBeouf. Wing left. Single in the backfield. Now to put a man in motion. Ball's given off to the first man right up the middle. He's going to be hit and brought down quickly, but enough for the first down. Looked like Stearns made the tackle for Titusville.
But this is a good reaction play here. Stearns is going to be on the inside and backer position. He's going to see it and react up. There he is, and that's that's a nice read and react to it. They only needed a yard. They picked up 2 or 3, but that's the kind of defensive play we need to start seeing, particularly from the linebackers and the guys up front. Again, that 3-4, your down linemen, their job is to chew up blockers.
7 minutes left to go of first quarter. 7-0 LeBeouf. Doubles right, single left for LeBeouf. Man in motion, pitch back to the man in motion, coming to the left side. And he is upended just inside the 30. See where they mark after he hit the ground. They're going to mark it, I believe, right at the 30. It's kind of the old student body left-right type mentality.
Yeah, and that's they're going to pull a guard. Near side guard gets pulled, back leads up into him. And we're just a little hesitant to come up there quick. Jackson Colville does a nice job coming up there and making the tackle, but as the game progresses on, they're going to have to react to that just a little bit quicker.
Wyan Welker was the ball carrier for LeBeouf. Again, doubles left side, wing right, wings in motion. On the counter, coming across the right side. Titusville's got angles on it. If they can get him, turns up to 25 and brought down about the 22. Enough for the first down.
Braden Johnson and Jackson Colville on the stop. But we did a nice job here. Our outside linebacker, I believe, is Cameron Mung, and he does a nice job. He's got the edge, just not quite enough speed, not wide enough, and that allows him to get the angle. But that's not a bad job there. Defensively, we're just, again, I hate to keep harping on it, but read and react a little bit quicker. Cameron's got to keep that outside shoulder a little cleaner, maybe step a little bit wider. They're going to have to adjust to a little bit of the speed and get used to that as well.
Double right side, wing left. Above first and 10 at the Titusville 20. Man in motion. Ball's given up. Oh, nice job. Thought they had him in the backfield. Saw their own man. That's number 40 there, the ball carrier. Luchin picks up about 5 on the play.
Again, you see what we're talking about, reacting quick.
Yeah.
Watch here. Stearns is going to see this, and he's going to come right up. He's penetrated well, everything right, except we just couldn't quite hold on. But again, we're seeing them to try to react quicker, and this is what they're going to have to do.
Second down and 4. The ball down to the 14 of Titusville. Doubles right, single left on the wing. Man in motion, giving to the motion man off the left side, and Titusville up quicker that time. And they'll make the stop, no gain on the play.
Well, that's a good play. And again, this is Stearns. He's getting really active out of that linebacker position. And this is what we want to do. We want to play on their side of the line of scrimmage. So you're going to see them come up. He's not going to make, again, just a little bit behind, not going to make the tackle, but he's making a play here. And then you got to see, there we come up and help out. And that's what you got to do. It's going to have to be team tackling type defense tonight for Titusville.
Ball down to the 13. Third down and 3 for the first down for the Bisons at the Titusville 13. Backs who split. Giving off to the big man coming across the right side. He drives inside the 10 down to about the 6. That will be enough for the first down.
And it looks like Stearns, Jackson Colville. And I'm missing. I don't have an 87 on my roster. I think that's for Titusville. I thought that was the number coming off. 3 of them coming in there. Maybe, no, it's 87, and I don't have one. I apologize. He's playing defensive end, defensive tackle position, I think. Titusville here again. They're playing a little bit of defense on this drive. They're reacting a little quicker. Just got to keep trying, keep working at it.
1st and goal for the Bisons at the Titusville 6. They run a double wing set. Man in motion. Ball's given off to the big man coming across the left side. He drives straight ahead into the end zone. Luchin takes it in from 6 yards out. Buff on the scoreboard for the second time, second possession.
Well, we're getting a taste of exactly what we thought was going to happen coming in. They're going to run the ball, they're going to run the ball, and they're going to run the ball. And until you stop it, they're going to continue to run the ball.
Yeah, they're a running team, and they have the size to do it. All these running backs are 185 and bigger.
Or bigger, right.
And the line's not small. Snap, kick is up, and the kick is good. 14-0. LeBeouf on top with 3:28 left to go in the first quarter.
Well, this is exactly the opposite of what we wanted to see happen for Titusville, particularly both on offense and defense. Now, that second possession there, I thought Titusville's defense stepped up a little better. We were reacting a little quicker. We got some penetration into their backfield. We're just not able to make tackles. Now, what you'll see and what they'll probably talk with Nate Stearns a little bit about is adjusting that angle so that he's not backside on the running back. Try to get in front of him so that you're hitting with the shoulder and not just catching him with a forearm. That's going to help him in tackling in that instance there. Again, though, Titusville, we just have to get going just a little bit faster. Offensively, I'm really surprised we have not put the ball in the air more than we have. I thought we'd be throwing the ball a lot more.
Titusville will send 3 back. Rib will be on the our side of the field. In the middle, I believe, is Mong, and the right side is Johnson. So Burley not back there to this carry. Usually he's back in the middle on the kickoff return. Kick is going to come down, and it's going to be taken by Mong at the 5, across the 10, out to the outside, and going to be brought down to the 15-yard line. We sure like to go to the right, don't we?
Well, 2 things wrong on that one. First of all,
north and south.
We go north and south, but here's the very first mistake. Right now they're looking at each other, and that's Rib and Mong as to who's going to take it, and you let the ball hit the ground. That's the first mistake. Second mistake, get north and south, and we're trying to go wide. You as a returner back there, you get maybe 1 cut, and then you got to go north and south, and we're just trying to go wide too much, I think, on the returns.
Titusville will send Rib wide to the left. Got a wing left for Titusville, double in the backfield. Brock out of shotgun. Brock's going to keep. Oh, over the head. Nice pitch, I guess. But taken by Jackson Colville, but almost a forward pass.
Well, and it works this time, but, at the first chance I get, this is an option. Now, run right at him. Make him commit. So you back that up just a little bit. You're not to him yet. As a quarterback, a former quarterback that used to run the option, you got to run right at him. When he backs off or goes to the outside, you got to keep it yourself.
Crazy play. 2nd down and 8. Pick up a 2. Doubles to the right side for Titusville. 2 in the backfield. Cole on the snap, rolling to his right. Option the other way. Pitches it back to Jackson, and he's going to get nothing as the defensive back comes up and plays it tight.
In these type of running plays, when you're going to try to go wide, there's a lot of things that have to work right for you. One of them is your backs and your receivers have to get to the guy they're supposed to block and maintain that block. It's a hard thing to do, but you've got to do that. We're not sealing the end real well, and we're not getting blocks out of our receivers.
Ball's back at the 13 of Titusville, brings up a 3rd down and 12. Ross comes wide to the left. We have a wing left, double backs, man in motion. Looking for Ross over the middle. The pass is up off the hands of Mong. Almost pulled it down at about the 24-yard line, but it'll bring up a 4th down.
Well, we saw him bring one of these in last week.
That was an amazing catch.
Yeah, great catch. He's clearing the linebacker. That's what he's waiting for. The pass has to be up in the air because he's not got much depth behind the linebackers. So that's going to be a tough completion for Titusville to make on that one. But I am kind of surprised. I thought we'd be seeing the ball in the air a little bit more than what we have.
Mung will get the kick away from about his own 5. Nice high kick. Going to come out to the 43-yard line of LeBeouf. LeBeouf cuts back to the right side, gets a block to the outside, and is going to be brought down at about the 35 with a flag on the play. See what the call is out there. Wonder if it's a face mask. What did you see, Bill?
I think he pushed in the back, I think.
Did you?
Good look here.
I didn't see the signal block in the back, maybe?
I think it is.
We'll give you credit for the call, Bill.
Thanks.
I have to. We didn't see it up here. So that'll move the ball back close to the 50-yard line.
I'm not sure what that's a signal of.
I'm not either.
I don't know. That's a funny-looking signal.
It looked like
Look like it's directed at an airplane or something.
well, usually it's like a motion. I don't know. Didn't hear the call on the PA either. So whatever it is, it moves the ball back to the 50-yard line, and that's where LeBeouf will put it in play. First down and 10, leading 14-0 here in the first quarter. They got a wing right, backs an I formation. Back goes left. Big man follows him right straight through, picks up about 10 on the play.
Ball's loose.
Ball's loose, and Titusville says they have it.
Well, I thought
they do.
Yeah,
They
do.
do. Titusville has it. Coming up with the ball for Titusville looks like Blake Ross. So Titusville will get the turnover.
Here's the play again. You're going to see it. Watch the push of the offensive line. That opens up a hole. And it's 87, and I apologize. I do not have his number on my roster, but he's going to knock the ball loose. There I thought Waterford would have it, but he couldn't hold on to it either.
12 in there?
Number 12.
12.
Yeah, 12 is the one that's going to recover it for Titusville. So a big break there for Titusville.
Titusville now has it, first down and 10, and they're at their own 39. Doubles left side, wing left. Brock rolling to his left, still rolling. Throws up short at about the 45, overthrows the receiver.
That's a little bit of a pick route on this play. You're going to watch Jackson Colville, 22. I believe he's in the slot. Watch him coming across. Mung's coming out, and, yeah, that's a block downfield.
Yeah, that's
I'm
no
not
flag.
too sure that what the rule is, but if it's a pick type of play, you've got to do a little better job of acting on that one.
58 seconds left in the first, 14-0. Fort LeBeouf on top. Titusville is second down and 10. This is their best field position. They're at their own 44 so far in the game anyway. Doubles left side for the Rockets. Got a wing left. And whistle.
Delay a game?
Looks like it might be. Back judge through the flag. That's usually a delay, so that'll cost Titusville 5. Can't go that direction. It's tough enough going straight forward.
Well, it really is, and to be honest with you, we've had the ball, 3 times? We've had negative plays on all 3 drives. I'm not even sure we've got a positive offensive number yardage-wise right now. You include the penalties and the tackles for loss.
Titusville will send 2 to the left. Jackson Colville in the slot left. Brock Colville looking over the middle, complete to his brother Jackson. And he's going to drive out across the 40 to about the 42. Pick up about 8 on the play. Bring up his 3rd down for Titusville in long.
Again, this is a nice job. Brock is going to see Jackson's going to be in the slot. This is that quick route they like to run on the inside, and it's an effective play. He does a nice job of selling it, finds that opening, a good job of concentration there, holding onto the ball and gets hit.
Again, doubles left, wing right for Titusville. Brock dropping straight back over the middle. The pass is complete to Burley. Burley out across the 50 into the 46 will be enough for a first down.
And that's what you want to. That's what we're looking for. And Koval has done a nice job, and he's done this not just here in this drive, but all year. He's been very patient. He realizes he's got time. They're not getting. We got away with one. Not getting much penetration, and does a nice job of just waiting and letting the receivers come open, and then throws a nice ball for the completion.
Titusville with the first down of the evening. They'll send Jackson Koval wide to the right. Also to the right will be Rib. We have a wing right, single back. Koval under center. Quick cook over the middle, a little bit high, trying to go to Jackson Koval. Pass goes incomplete. Quick look inside.
Well, we talked about it before. That one of the things that offensive coordinators are doing is they're running plays, and they're setting something up. And one of these times, I think on these quick throws that we're seeing that have been successful so far in this drive, you're going to see Brock pump it, let the defender step up, and we're going to try to get in behind him. That's one of those things that I think might be coming later on in the second quarter or even into the second half.
Speaking of quarter, we've got 8 seconds left here in the first quarter. Titusville will stack on both sides of the field now. Got a wing in the right, slot right. Quick pass is complete, but we get nothing out of it. It's complete out there to Nate Stearns, and that will end the first quarter. First quarter play over here at Fort LeBeouf. 14-0 LeBeouf on top of the Rockets, but the Rockets with a pretty good drive going here. See if they can continue.
At Donovan and Bauer Auto Group, all the local fall sports seasons are here. No matter if you're making that touchdown, running that extra mile, scoring that winning goal, making that putt for birdie, or slamming down that setter spike, the team at Donovan and Bauer Auto Group is a proud supporter of all the fall athletics in Titusville and the surrounding area. Doing your best is a team effort, and the team here at Donovan and Bauer attempts to give the best effort to our customers day in and out, just like all the local athletes. Have a safe and memorable 22 fall sports season to all the local teams and athletes. When you have the time, visit us on our website at donovanbauer.com and score that winning deal.
And welcome back. Second quarter action, Titusville Rocket football. Week 3 already, guys. Hard to believe.
Yeah, it's going fast. It always seems it takes a long time to get the football season started. Next thing you know,
it's
you're
over.
in game 10. Yeah.
Yeah, it's tough. In high school football, you watch the NFL, and it's the NFL. You watch NCAAs, but I tell you, some of the most enjoyable games, most entertaining games to watch are high school football games. And I'm not talking about Titusville, Fort LeBeouf, just high school games in general.
Yeah, they are. And you can watch them a lot. And I go back and watch a lot of the games in the past years. Titusville with a third down 13. They're at the LeBeouf 49. Koval dropping straight back, looking out deep. Throws it up. It's almost picked off. Ooh, just about got rid of that one. That would be Lessick. About picked that off.
Again, he's got some time, but you're going to see the push up front of the defensive line. That's going to affect the throw right there. You can't step into it with a kid barreling down on you like that, so he doesn't really get what he wants on that. Nice job by the linebacker. He's going to undercut this route. Almost picks it off, and if he does, he's gone because they've got the rest of our guys tied up.
Mung back at the 38. Low snap, but he gets the kick away. It's a low kick. Hits it to 20. It's at the 10, and it's going to flip the field a little bit. It'll be down around the 9-yard line. So LeBeouf will put it in play, first down and 10 at their own 9. Now, if we get some defense here.
Well, we're going to have to get some defense on. Mung doing a nice job. That ball skips right in front of him. It's like a short hop on a baseball player. Does a nice job picking it up. The kick was kind of ugly, but he got it away. We get a good bounce. Sometimes those work out to be your best options a lot of times on special teams.
LeBeouf leading 14-0 here with 11:45 to go in the first half as they come out of the huddle. First down and 10 from their own 9-yard line. LeBeouf will put a man in the wing left. They go to I formation in the backfield. Give it off to the big man out across the left side. Nice job, Johnson. Comes up, brings him down at about the 12.
Play is set up, though, a little bit there. I'm looking for the young man's name. Caleb Bruns does a nice job of penetrating up front He's the down lineman on this side. He's going to hold a stop, and he just holds it up there.
Yeah.
And when you do that, it may not seem like a big thing, but it only gives that running back one place to go, because you've taken out enough of the outside that he can't get wide on you, so he's got to come up into that hole, and Titusville fills it very quickly.
2nd down and 7. Again, I formation. Put a man in motion right. Ball's getting off to the tailback, coming across the right side. Another nice play by Titusville. That would be Mong, I believe, in the far side.
I think that's Brett Schmidt, 28 on that side. Schmidt does a nice job here. And again, this is linebacker play. This is what you want to see out of your backers, particularly in the 3-4 defense. Get them active, get them moving. These kind of plays are available for Titusville if they can just keep the linebackers clean, keep them aggressive.
Brings up a 3rd down and 6. It'd be great to see him have to hold him now.
I'd like to see if they can punt.
Yeah, I watched the punters. They had pretty good kickers. But I'd like to see him happen. Double. Ball's on the ground and nothing. Quarterback recovered, but that'll bring up a 4th down punt situation. So you'll find out, Steve.
Yeah, well, it's again, what's just like last week, we saw the young man kicking field goals, 45 yards, 40 yards, and accurate with it. Missed 4 PATs and a 25-yard field goal last week. So it's a different thing when somebody might be coming after you.
Titusville will send 2 back. He'll stand back at about their own 45. First punt situation for LeBeouf. Good snap. Ooh, almost got the kick away, or blocked. And it's going to hit and roll out of bounds at the 49-yard line. They'll probably spot it at the 50. Titusville put it in play. 1st down and 10 on the 49-yard line.
Okay, roll that back just real quick. I'm gonna nitpick here. This again coming from the left side. Brett Schmidt is going to come from the left side. He's going to come right through. Jump yourself. You got to pick a point in front of the punter, because you're going to remember he's going to take a couple of steps. If he picks that point on that and adjusts his angle, he's either going to he's definitely going to block the punt, but he's also going to make a tackle.
9:49 to go in the half. Titusville with their first defensive series stop. Put trips to the right side, single to the left. Goal.
Timeout.
Not enough guys. Take a timeout. Titusville can take a timeout on the field with 9:45 to go.
Again, I know it's nitpicking, and the young man is a sophomore, but if he does that, you either get a block or he would have been about there, but at the same time the kid would have been trying to kick the ball. He could have had a tackle. You've got the ball inside LeBeouf's 5-yard line as opposed to having the ball at your 50-yard line.
Yeah, I thought he was going to get it when he came through there.
When he came through, because he came through clean. Yep. So that's something that Titusville, I'm sure, will watch. And if that presents itself again, you may see Titusville come out after it, try to get somebody clean in there to lay out and block that punt.
That last defensive series for Titusville, boy, the linebackers, both of them did a heck of a job.
Yeah, they really did. Johnson and who was the other? Schmidt.
Stearns.
Yeah.
And Stearns, too.
Stearns is doing a nice job.
Bill McCrillis on the wireless mic, presented by Titusville Dairy Products Company and by Onley's Outdoor Power Equipment.
Titusville stacks 2 to the left, trips to the right.
Low snap.
Good pass to the left side on the screen, and up quickly was LeBeouf to stop that play. I thought we might get a little bit more than that. It's out to about the 46-yard line.
I thought we would too, and all of a sudden Connor McChesney, he's going to come from the free safety or the safety position, does a nice job of coming up. Good open field tackle. I thought maybe we'd get another 5 yards out of that. He closed quick.
Brings up 2nd down and 7 for Titusville, spotted at the 46 of LeBeouf. Boy, a score here would be really big for Titusville's momentum. Titusville will send 2 to the left side. Ross and Koval. Koval stacked behind Ross. Brock on the snap.
Double pass.
Trick play, double pass to Burley. Pass is complete.
Nice catch.
Nice catch. 1st down, Titusville.
All right, time to nitpick again. Nice play, nice design play, and pretty well executed there. But you want to make sure that this young man here who's going to throw it second, don't hang your receiver up like that. That's how you get somebody's ribs broke if you can do it. Step into that. And again, he's not the quarterback, and does deliver the ball.
It does hurt when you're up
But
like that.
yeah, I did that to a friend of mine in high school. Cracked one of his ribs by leaving them open like that.
Speak from experience. Doubles to the right, doubles to the left, trips to the right.
He still talks to me, though.
Brock looking to throw. Now he pulls it down, nothing there, and he'll go forward and get back to the line of scrimmage. Bring up a second. I thought there was a face mask. He's saying something, too.
Well, his head went down pretty quick. That's
No,
typically.
he had a jersey.
Had a jersey?
Yeah, had right in front of his jersey.
I didn't see what was happening on the outside there with the coverage. Just something he didn't like, so he does the right thing, tuck it and try to get what you can get out of it.
7:55 left to go in the half. 14-0 LeBeouf Titusville. Second down and 10 at the LeBeouf 37. Titusville put 2 to the right side. Put a man in motion, Burley to the left. Looking downfield, still looking. Brock's rolling to his right, still rolling. Now he has a man open in the middle. It's Mung, and Mung will take it down to about the 12. Good job by Brock being patient.
Well, this is one of the things that I'm sure Coach Reynolds is working with his team about, is that you don't give up on a play. Initially, we're going to see Burley go in motion. He's going to look that direction, but Burley kind of stops, and I think that's what it's designed to do. Brock does a nice job of coming to his right, keeps his eyes downfield. Mung runs his route into the open and watch him drop the shoulder. That's what you want to do.
So Titus will have a first down and 10 at the LeBeouf 12. Backs are split now beside Koval. To the left of Koval. Koval's going to keep it. Now he cuts back to the right, gets to the outside if he can. He's at the 10, the 5, and knocked out of bounds at about the 1 yard line.
And the official is not in position to make the call.
She did not get down there.
You got to get down there.
Touchdown. Now they call touchdown Titusville.
We'll see it again here if we have the replay on it. Brock does a nice job here. And again, we miss a block up front. This is one of the things that Coach Reynolds talked to us about in our pregame interview. Missing a block here, missing a block there is a big deal. You're going to see here, we're going to allow penetration. We're a little bit slow. I think it's going to be a pull. And no, he just
stiff-armed.
Just gets stiff-armed out of it. But Brock does a nice job getting away. And it's a tough angle for us to see, but we'll take the touchdown.
Extra point attempt is up, and the extra point attempt is good. 7:18 to go in the half. Titusville cuts the lead in half, 14-7. That was a good drive.
It was a good drive, a nice job, and this is what you wanted to see. You know, you're constantly working with your kids. The coaches, as you'll see, kids are being pulled in and out at different times at different points of the game. I don't think they're just going out to get a cup of water. They're going out, and they've got coaches in their ear, hey, listen, you've got to do this, and we've got to get that done. And a lot of this in-game coaching is going on that nobody ever notices. And they're making minor adjustments right now, even during the game, so that we can see, Titusville's defense steps up, holds them on first and second down. Of course, they fumble the snap on third down. Then they get the punt, and we come back, drive 40, 50 yards, and get a score. So that puts us within one. And it makes Fort LeBeouf wonder a little bit. This isn't really what we thought we would do. The first 2 times we had the ball, it was nothing to get 8 yards and score a touchdown. Now you've got them kind of wondering, what's going to happen here.
7:18 to go in the half. Titusville with their first touchdown, 14-7 LeBeouf, as Titusville gets set to tee it up. You have 2 backs standing at about the 10 for Fort LeBeouf. We weren't sure they're going to call the TD there initially, but I thought that he had knocked the pylon down with the ball, and that's what I think they ended up saying.
Well, he did.
And we get the kickoff. Good kick going down on the left side is going to go
Out
out
of
of
bounds.
bounds. So that's not so good. It'll bring it out to the 35.
Yanked that one off the tee. That'll cost them a stroke in distance. He'll have to tee it up again. Oh, I'm sorry, wrong sport. Here's the replay again, and you're going to see Brock does a nice job. He going to his left, wasn't there, he reverses field, and I don't know where the ball, you can't see on the replay when he hits where the ball's at. I think he is in.
Ball's right on the pylon.
But
we're looking at his hips down at the 2 or 1 yard line. We couldn't tell whether it's he's down or the ball's in.
Either way, it doesn't make any difference now because they gave us a touchdown. We got 7 points.
We'll take it.
Yes, sir.
First down and 10 now for LeBeouf at the 35. See what they do now after Titusville just scored. So they get a little momentum. They have 1 wide to the right. They put a wing left. Back split. Chesney to the big man coming across the middle. Oh, he's out across the 40, the 50. Check that to 45, almost to the 50. That's Luchin on the carry. Enough for the first down.
And Brock Coble has to come up from a safety position to make the tackle. And again, this is what Fort LeBeouf wants to do. They're going to find a weakness, a chink in the armor, and they're just going to exploit it all game long.
Again, single wide to the right for LeBeouf. Got a wing left, back split, same formation, same man. No, check that. The quarterback keeps coming across the 50 and brought down to the Titusville 45. Not enough for the first down to bring up second and short.
Well, I thought they had a hold there. We had a guy coming in from the outside. Watch this, the near side linebacker. Yeah, I don't know that you can make that block. 15, not even a good hold, but it was an attempt at a hold. Yeah, I myself, I think I throw that flag, but it wasn't given.
This time, LeBeouf.
They won't even let you near the flags.
No, I know they won't let me. One.
Ball
kicking around like a scrum.
And I believe LeBeouf ended up with it. Boy, that was close.
Man, we had a heck of a chance.
Yeah, we did, didn't we?
That kind of reminds me of the Franklin again in week 1 against the fumble against Franklin.
Yeah.
Ball squirts out. We were not aware of it. Bounced right into a Franklin player's hand, and he continues at 40 yards for the touchdown.
Almost happened there. The ball's fumbled ahead to the 40. That's where LeBeouf will put it in play. First down and 10. 5:55 left to go in the half. Backs will split once again. Wing left. Wing in motion.
Mix up in the backfield.
Quarterback keeps it, goes to the outside, the 35, and down inside the 30 to the 27. Mix up in the backfield, whatever, but it picked up about 12.
And again, they managed to get to the outside of us. I think, I thought we were there and in position, but they're still able to get to the outside. We may have to, at halftime, they'll be telling the outside linebackers or whoever they want to have contained to widen that out a little bit more so that if they try to get outside, you can make that angle and cut them off.
First down and 10. They're down to the Titusville 27. They send trips to the left side. Keep a single back. Both ends. Ball's given off. First man through the right side. Cuts it back up the middle. He's down around the 10 before he falls into about the 9-yard line.
Blake Ross making the stop there. But again, this is what they did on their first 2 drives. They got control of the line of scrimmage, just opened things up and started running for 10, 12 yards a pop. Titusville here wants to talk about it, try to figure out what to do here.
5:07 left to go in the half. 14-7 LeBeouf.
Well, the one thing we didn't talk much about, because LeBeouf wants to run the ball and has, for the most part, been successful in it. Clock's moving very fast. It's a very quick game. And that's what happens when you start to run the ball. Titusville, on their last possession, started to throw the ball. As long as you're catching the ball, that clock's going to continue to move. That's one of the reasons why this game is progressing so quickly.
Titusville takes their second time out, I believe, of the game, and they have one left.
This is what, it reminds me of the Sharpsville game. It was 13-7.
Yeah.
Sharpsville going into this, late in the second quarter, we ended up giving 2 touchdowns at that point, allowing them to take a bigger lead into the half. If we can stop them here, try to keep them out of the end zone, even if you don't get a chance to score, you just leave it at a 1-score game going into the half. It's much better than allowing a quick score here because they get the ball first.
We didn't give you the size of their offensive line. We'll try to get that to you, but they got a couple boys out there that's very good size. And I thought Titus was playing them pretty well. 2 to the left, put a man in motion to the left. Now he goes back to the right. The ball's handed off to the right side, and the runner runs right through into the end zone, touchdown. And I believe that's number 40 once again, Justin Luschin. 6'1", 220, senior.
Yeah, and that's what power will do. And that's he just gets us a little bit of an opening. And I'll give them credit. They're a little quicker than I thought on tape. They're a little quicker than I thought. They get through the hole quick.
Well, you were watching it in slow motion, though.
Well, that's what you said to do.
So you could really study.
I couldn't believe you listened to him. Extra point attempt coming up. Snap, placement, the kick is up, and the kick looks good. 21-7 with 5:03 to go here in the first half. Yeah, I thought the same thing. But, you know, if you look at a running back at 6'1", 220, you have to be a little bit concerned. If we had a kid 6'1", 220, I'm not sure he'd be in the backfield. But they've got guys 6'8", 255, 6'4", 260. They have a big front line, and so now they got a running back at 6'1", 220.
Yeah, and their linemen move well, too. They're not slow. They're quick off the ball. They know who it is. And it's basically just a straight-ahead blocking scheme. They're not trying to fool anybody. They're basically saying, you know, are you man enough to stop us? And right now, Titusville has not been able to effectively stop this offense for Fort LeBeouf.
Not consistently, anyway.
And, yeah, Titusville's going to have to. This is what I thought we'd see more of. I think Titusville's going to have to option out of the run game and into more of the passing attack.
Titusville will put 3 back, again, at about the 10 and 5-yard line. LeBeouf to kick off. Kick is going to go down the left side, and it's be taken at the 5, out across the 10, the 20 on the far side of the field, and out to about the 25, and that's where we'll put it in play, first down and 10.
Yeah, and we've talked a little bit about returners, and it's a hard thing to do. But if you're a return guy, either returning kicks or punts, you got to get the ball. You got to see and decide right now, and you got to get the legs moving. We're still a little slow trying to get things going on the kick return or punt return.
Ball spotted at the 27. Yeah, I thought we were a bit slow getting to the outside. We're running a lot to the outside, which is good if you're a 10 flat 100.
Yeah,
Journey Brown type guy. Trips to the right for Titusville, doubles to the left, stacked. Brock looking to throw, going to throw the pass. He's got a man over the middle. It's Jackson Koval. Oh, out of his hands.
Oh, maybe.
Jackson was there out at the 50, but just not quite able to pull it in.
Boy, that would have been a touchdown, too, because Jackson's pretty quick. And you can see their safety is a little bit slow to react to it, just off the fingertips, just a little bit long. But, boy, if he catches that in stride, we might have gotten 6 out of it.
4:49 to go now in the half. Second down and 10. Again, we're at our own 27. Titusville will send Johnson wide to the left, put him in slot right. Now Burley goes over to the left side, high snap, and Brock's not going to get away this time. Snap was high, it was hard to handle, and kind of broke the timing of the play.
Well, a nice job here when he does fumble the snap a little bit, not to panic, and don't try to hurry it into the running back's pocket. Just keep it yourself, get what you can, and live to play another down.
Third down 14, and ball back to the 23. Doubles right side for Titusville. Now we go trips to the right side, doubles to the left. 5 receivers out. Spread them out. Brock looking to throw, still looking to throw. Got a man going deep, and he overthrows out at the 45-yard line. I think we gave up on that ball as a receiver.
That's what I was watching, too, the route. I don't know that we'll have it because he's so far away from the quarterback on that, but it did seem to me like he kind of slowed his route a little bit. As a receiver, as a former quarterback, I'll tell every receiver out there, you don't ever run half speed. You don't ever slow down. You go full speed on the route you're supposed to run because that's what the quarterback's going to judge his throw on.
Brings up a 4th down and 14. Titusville will have to kick it away. Punt will get away from about the 15. Good punt down the left side. And Titusville catches the ball, actually. Johnson does at the 47.
That was a nice over-the-shoulder catch on that.
I'd like to have seen it bounce.
Yeah, I'm not too sure. Yeah, I mean, it's a you get that 50-50 because you never know when that bounce is going to come right back at you.
That's right.
And Mung's done a nice job punting the ball for us here. And you can see he's just going to catch it. I don't necessarily think that's a bad thing.
No.
It may have hopped back further, but it's a gamble.
First down and 10 for LeBeouf at their own 45 with 3:55 left to go in the half. LeBeouf up 2 touchdowns. Oh, good play, Titusville.
Oh, 55 had him.
Yeah.
Well, but
that was slowed him down.
Well, he slowed him down, but that you've got 2 50s in there, which are both going to be down linemen, and it's the first time we've seen 2 down linemen in the backfield. You know, getting penetration. That's what you know. This is what we want to see. You've got to start seeing this more and more often. You're going to see 55. He's this side, right there. He just now touches the ground. Now watch him off the ball, very quick. And then we've got another young man that makes the tackle. That's what you want to see out of your down lineman.
2 to the left for LeBeouf, 1 on the right. Single back. Quarterback wants to throw. Dropping straight back. Still looking to throw. Still looking to throw. Throws up short.
Oh, nice
incomplete.
defensive play. Nice defense.
Up is Schmidt to break up the play.
You'll have to forgive me. I can't see the clock. How much time's left?
3:08.
I'm a little surprised they want to try to work on throwing it. We get good penetration here again, and the defensive back, or the linebacker, excuse me, there at the time the ball gets there. Nice job.
Third down and 11 with 3:08 left to go in the half. Signals both sides. Put a man in motion. Give him to the motion man. Coming across the left
And
side.
the big
gets to the
guy.
left side. He's at the 50, the 45, the 40. He's got the speed at the 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown.
Well, that's why they were throwing the ball.
Ball carrier was, I believe, Wilka. And he takes it in for the TD.
And this is the thing they've been doing to us all. We do back that up just a little bit. You're going to see the outside linebacker, if we can see from where he starts. And he gets caught to the inside. Now, there is a hold, but you're not going to get that call. And again, these guys are a little bit quicker than we thought. And he's going to break it to the opening and score the touchdown.
Extra point attempt is up and good. 28-7 with 2:57 left to go here in the first half. Yeah, that was a well-designed play, executed very well.
Well, and I don't know whether it was their execution, their blocking scheme did a nice job. If our outside linebacker has outside contained and you get caught going to the inside, their blocker's going to more than be happy to let you take that inside pursuit, because he's just going to push you into the inside. I thought there might have been a hold as Kerr was trying to get to the outside, the defensive tackle. I thought maybe somebody had a hold of a jersey, but they let go of it quick enough that you're not going to get that call. And by that time, the running back is through the hole, and he's opened up downfield. Now, what they're really doing well, though, is at times they're doing a nice job of sealing off the linebackers. We're not getting any pursuit out of the linebacker position, particularly on that play.
So Titusville now will have to try to come back down 28-7. See if they can get something on the board here in the last 3 minutes. Titusville put 3 back. 2 at the 10, 1 at the 5 as LeBeouf gets ready to tee it up. And the kick. Going to be taken off the left side at the 10. Out across the 15. The 20 breaks to the outside. Tries to get all the way outside. That's Hmong, and he's going to be brought down at about the 22.
And I'm kind of trying to watch where our kids are lining up and as they retreat on the kickoff to see what kind of a blocking pattern they might be trying to establish. I do not believe they're trying to get us outside. I think they're trying to go straight ahead. I think we're just taking it to the outside. There's not much available. They're doing a nice job, Fort LeBeouf, that is. They stay in their lanes. They're well disciplined on the kickoff.
2:48 to go. Titusville first down and 10. They'll have it their own 22. You know, you look at this game, Steve, and other than a few plays here and there or something, Titusville's not been outplayed big time. That's not, I don't know, it's just something about it that it's Burley coming across the left side, cuts it back. He'll get out to the 25.
I think that was part of what Coach was saying in the pregame. These are things that you can fix in practice. They're not giant mountains. You just.
Yeah, I mean, we're down 21 points, and I understand that. But there's situations that we look really good. And there's other places we just break down and give things up, and it's just a young team.
Well, yeah, it's a very long learning process. We talked about that in his interview in the pregame. That you've got to make a whole lot of switches when you switch coaching staffs and philosophies.
Backs are split now with Koval. Single to the left. Brock wanting to throw. Looking deep, pulls it down, goes to the outside. He's going to get nothing. As he's ganged down there with a lot of blue shirts, military shirts, I should say. Again, military night here at Fort LeBeouf.
LeBeouf doing a nice job in the secondary that time. Brock had absolutely nobody open downfield to throw the ball. And you'd like to see him, try to get him to throw that ball away. He had time to throw the ball away, get rid of it, try not to take the loss. And
we had no receivers down the middle. Both sides were covered.
Yeah, they had that one pretty well.
Yeah, the middle was open, but there was nobody in there.
Well, why didn't you get out there, Bill?
I am, but they won't throw it.
Bill McCrillis tonight, brought to you by Titusville Dairy Products Company and by Ongley's Outdoor Power Equipment.
I couldn't catch it anyways.
They're just not identifying talent out there when Bill's out there.
But you know what? Jake can identify problems with your mower or chainsaw, so get your stuff in to see him if it's not working properly or you're looking to clean things up for...
Go get some new blades.
Get some new blades, yeah. And stop by Titusville Dairy Products for your cottage cheese.
Ooh, and peaches and cottage cheese.
That sounds good. I want to thank our sponsors.
Yeah, I've gone in there many times. They're very helpful, whether you bought it there or not. 3rd down and 10. The Rockets at their own 27. Trips right, doubles left. Brock Koval looking to throw, getting pressure, throws it up short. I'm not sure what happened. Did he get a tip, Bill?
No, he got hit when he threw it.
Oh, he got hit.
Yeah.
I was looking downfield at receivers, and
Justin Lucian just pushed our guy right off the line of scrimmage, chucked him aside, and Brock had no choice but to throw the ball away.
Titus will kick it away with 1:45 left to go in the first half. Snap. Short kick coming off the left side. It's going to hit at the 50. And we'll see where our official marks it. Marks it back at the 47-yard line of LeBeouf. That's where they'll put it in play.
Real quick, I just want to once again thank the staff here at Fort LeBeouf, from the athletic director to superintendent. Big thanks for allowing us to bring you tonight's coverage. I want to thank Armstrong. You're watching the game on Armstrong's Neighborhood Channel. Thanks for joining us here on a Friday night.
LeBeouf now will have a 1st down and 10 with 1:36 left to go in the first half. They'll send 2 wide right, put a man in the wing right. McChesney wants to throw. He's rolling to his right. He's got a man open over the middle, and it is almost picked off out there by Brock. Goes incomplete.
That is not a ball you want to throw.
Triple.
If I'm LeBeouf's quarterback, and he's got time. It's not being pressured. He's got time. He's got a guy in a wheel route that, he's covered too. That's when you got to throw away, but that's not the way to do it. Another half an inch or so, and Brock Koval has another pick.
Yep. I thought he was going to get that one. 2nd down, 10. Again, LeBeouf at their own 47. Trips to the right side. Obviously wanted to get another score here. Ball's given off the tailback. Cuts to the outside at the 50. And we get pretty good pursuit. We'll bring him down at the Titusville 42. Easy for me to say.
No, it really wasn't.
No,
you struggled with that pretty good.
I did.
Do it again.
But that's all, folks. Yeah, that was golly.
Yeah, we're just having all sorts of trouble trying to stop this ground game with LeBeouf, and it's as the game wears on, it's going to get harder and harder for to make these adjustments to get this running game stopped. LeBeouf now is not afraid to throw the ball. We have a flag or.
Guess the flag going to play, Bill?
Yeah, I have no idea.
I didn't see any flag.
Clear on the other side.
It's going to move LeBeouf back.
I don't know.
They're 42.
A 5-yarder, it looks like.
I would guess maybe a motion.
Either that or maybe somebody illegally downfield.
That would be Bill, but he's not out there.
Hey, I paid my ticket.
Trips to the right now. Second down, 16. 1 minute left to go in the half. Going to his right, Machezi looking deep. Throws over the middle. Pass is complete, and up quickly is Mong at about the 50-yard line.
Good reaction. Coverage not bad there by the Rockets.
Trips again to the left side. They get into it quickly here. 30 seconds on the snap. Quarterback rolling to his left. Still rolling, looking downfield. And he's going to pull it down, run, and take it out of bounds at the Titusville 41 with 26 seconds left in the half.
Again, Fort LeBeouf here trying to get another score on us right before the half.
Well, there's always that thing in high school ball that you want to do, and that's get the running clock.
Get the running clock.
And that's a 35-point difference, and so this is an important score for them because then they would just won. They get the ball.
They can get the ball in the second half. They could put it to a running clock real quick.
Yeah. Trips right for LeBeouf. And if I was coaching, it's exactly what I would be planning to do. Rolling to his right. Quarterback looking over the middle. Throws it up short. It's, dropped. Mung out there with him. The receiver wasn't able to bring it in. Bring up a 3rd and 10. 21 seconds.
That may not be a bad thing because he's going to be tackled in bounds.
Yeah.
So it's not, not necessarily a bad thing that he doesn't make that completion there.
Third down and 10. No, let's check that. Second down and 10. They replayed after the penalty. Ball is at the 41 of Titusville. Going to have to hustle here and not have a delay again. Down to 4 seconds. And they didn't know, they just did get it off. Quarterback looking to throw, coming to his left side. Got the blockers out in front, and he's down to the 20.
Stepped out of bounds.
Yeah, he's down at about the 16 where they're going to mark it. Check that, I'm sorry, the 27.
Nothing open, and they do a nice job. We get kind of caught a little bit to the inside, but they do a nice job downfield.
First down and 10. They're at the Titusville 27 with 12 seconds left on the clock. Doubles to the right now for LeBeouf. Single in the backfield. And LeBeouf's going to take a timeout. Somebody didn't understand the call, didn't get in the game. Coach is saying, "What are you doing? Put your sandwich down."
Well, he's probably saying a tad more than that.
You think so?
I think so.
That's all I'd say to him.
I know from experience. I've been on the receiving ends of those things, and that's not exactly what he's saying.
Oh, okay. So
no.
LeBeouf had to
Did you
take
get yelled at a lot?
I'm not. Well, I'm not going to discuss that.
Oh, no, not from you.
No, I'm a nice guy.
No, from coaches.
Coach Crabb.
Coach. Well, no. Coach. To be all honest with you, Coach Crabb didn't yell at you a whole lot.
He just grabbed you.
He didn't really need to.
That look.
The emotions were on the man's sleeves. You could tell. It was not that hard to figure out that you had done something to make him unhappy.
12.3 seconds left in the half. 28-7.
This has been the longest 30 seconds.
It is. Well, they're using the clock wisely. Trips to the right now for LeBeouf. First down and 10. Quarterback rolling to his right. Still to his right. Still to his right. Pulls it down. He's across the 20 and out of bounds at about the 15. Another first down. We're close to it. It is a first down.
And again, because they're running 4 receivers or 5 receivers, our outside linebackers have to drop in coverage, and they're hooking the defensive tackles and allowing it to the outside. That's why they're picking up the 8-10 yards that they are, and that we have to make an understanding with our defensive tackles and so forth that you've got to be able to maybe get a little bit wider on that, because you now have contained responsibilities. And I'm not saying you have to be out there to stop him from doing it, because if you go too wide, he's just going to scoot up inside of you. But you got to make him run a little bit wider so that you can get there at the same time. There, maybe 5 yards downfield and shove him out of bounds or make a tackle.
4.6 seconds.
All right, guys. So what do we do now? Do we run? Do we try to pass it, or run it in?
Well, we stop them.
Okay.
I don't care what they do. We stop them.
Well,
all right.
If I'm Titusville, the first thing I want to do is watch their backfield. If 40's in the backfield,
40,
that's the guy you're going to key on. He's the one that's done a lot of damage to us, so I think you're looking for Lucien. If he's in the backfield, that's the one guy you're going to have to watch. Oh, they're going to go field goal.
Going to go field goal. Well, it's one thing I saw them call the field goal team together earlier, but we'll see. It'll be, 33-yard attempt here. Good to snap. Kick is up, and the kick's going to be short. So the half will end. They start the clock. The half will end 28-7. LeBeouf on top. And the kick was through the end zone before the clock started, so I had to wait to see whether or not they were going to stop it and put some more time on it.
Well, whoever's actually keeping the official time, I think they're going to say, no, we're done.
Yep. End of the first half, 28-7. Fort LeBeouf on top. We'll be back with halftime discussions and the bands right after this.
Like a good neighbor, your State Farm agent is there. And there. And now, there. Good Neighbor Connect is a secure virtual meeting tool exclusively for State Farm customers. It's simple to use, no signups, downloads, or plugins, and it helps you have the conversations you need with your agent at whatever distance you prefer. Ask your agent about meeting through Good Neighbor Connect today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Hey, Joe, should I be seeing zeros?
What, on our 401k?
No, 0% is back. Dummy.
That's right, 0% is back on select models. And you know what else is back? Our inventory. Roll that beautiful drone footage.
So stop out and see us for 0% financing.
We're Donovan and Bauer on the Hightown Road in Titusville.
Let's say I have an internet issue. Do you offer in-home support?
That would be fee.
You did say free, right?
That's a fee.
Free?
Fee.
So do I pay for in-home support or do I not pay for in-home support?
Correct.
Read the fine print. Only Armstrong provides all our customers with free local support and service, in-home, by telephone, or one of our local stores. Zoom from Armstrong.
And welcome inside the Goodwill Larry's Auto Service halftime show. The Fort LeBeouf Marching Band out on the field. We're going to talk about the first half of play. We got Bill McCrillis down on the field. We're going to be bringing you the sounds of the Titusville High School Marching Band here in just a little bit. Well, Jim, thoughts on this first half?
Well, as I said to Steve here later in the second quarter, we're down 28-7. We're down 21 points, but it seems as though Titusville's in the ball game. We've given up that big plays, and Steve will talk more about that when he gets his turn to talk. But we take turns here, and this goes by age, so I get to talk all half. But I thought the Titusville Rockets played fairly decent at times. It's just that breakdown that we're unable to contain them. Their big running back, as you mentioned, Steve, got loose a couple times. They go to the outside. I thought the one young man, I'll have to look up his name here again for them, had a little bit more speed than what I anticipated, and he took the long run in. Wallach, I believe is his name, but anyway, they did have the speed to the outside, which I was a little bit surprised about. The other thing you mentioned in the first quarter, I'm surprised at how they're big linemen, and they are large. are quicker off the ball than I anticipated they'd be.
Well, they're quicker off the ball. They know what they're doing a little bit. I think, you know, we were talking to Adam a little bit there, and Adam spent 2 years at that glorious center position when he played ball in high school, and he said that, you know, one of the problems that Titusville is having is their alignment when on offense, when they're coming off the ball, they're coming up and not out, and so they're standing up, and they're losing any leverage advantage that they would have by standing up and not firing into. They want to be looking more at the chest area when you go to make your blocks, get into the chest area, not standing up. And you're losing leverage. Defensively, the line of scrimmage, same type of situation where we're popping up instead of staying low, trying to keep some leverage. So that's one of the problems we're having at the line of scrimmage.
One of the things that Adam would know about is positioning and blocking. Remember the first time you took a snap?
I don't know that one.
Oh, that was funny.
Adam was a junior. We were scrimmaging Grove City. And Grove City, again, is a good football program. This particular year, they had a kid about 6'2", maybe 6'3", but I think around 6'2", but he weighed all of 250, 260 pounds, and he could move.
Yeah.
He ran well. And the first snap, and this is Adam's very first snap from center, it is a shotgun snap. He snaps the ball, and the kid just blows him over.
Just 7 yards into the backfield.
Just, and I thought, oh boy, this is going to be a long game for Adam. But to Adam's credit, you know, he reverted back to what he was taught and how you're supposed to block. He played an even lesson the rest of that scrimmage.
That's the only time it happened.
Yeah, that was the only time we ever saw it happen.
But it was
funny. But it is technique. And another thing, and this is still early yet, this is one of the things that we have to wait and remind ourselves as Titusville fans to be patient. The other thing is, this young man, Adam, all three of my kids, but spent years in a weight room to develop strength, and that's one of the things we've got to see what's happening here is that strength program tries to develop along with our football team.
I watched a program on TV, I don't know it was ESPN, whatever, it made any difference, Fox Sports, but they were talking about that very thing, about the athletes who succeed are the ones that win in the off season.
Yes. And
that's a very critical thing. We'll talk about that as the season goes along. Again, Fort LeBeouf Band down on the field, and the Rocket Band will be coming out here shortly. 28-7 is the halftime score. Fort LeBeouf on top of Titusville Rockets, but we'll see if Coach Reynolds and the crew can make some adjustments and maybe come up with something in the second half.
28-7, the halftime score. This is the Goodwill Larry's Auto Service halftime show. Our coverage will continue right after this.
Hi, my name is Dr. Charlie Gates. I'm an orthopedic surgeon with Orthopedic Associates of Meadville, and I spend most of my time here at Titusville Area Hospital. I'm a general orthopedic surgeon. I perform wrist fracture surgery, ankle fracture surgery, and hip fracture surgeries. I do carpal tunnels and trigger fingers, knee arthroscopies, and shoulder arthroscopies. I look forward to serving the patients here in the hospital.
Whoever said, "It's only a dog," never loved a dog. Our philosophy is simple. We treat every dog as if it were our own, and believe us, we spoil our dogs. When dogs are comfortable, they're happy. The Barking Lot in Titusville is ready to make your dog happy by offering grooming services, daycare, and boarding. Call today to schedule an appointment, or better yet, stop in and discover a stranger, crazier, quirkier group of dog lovers at the Barking Lot in Titusville.
Fat Chad's Brewing is Titusville's premier dining destination, offering fine dining served with a cold beverage and great conversation. Try our oiled derrick sirloin or railroad flat iron, or how about the TPD ribeye, Louis Lip strip steak, or Fat Chad's pork steak. Our pasta entries and sandwiches are just as popular. Try the garden pasta or the Asiago chicken, or get the Rocketeer burger or fish sandwich, all served with fresh cut fries. Come in Saturday nights for Wild Game Saturdays. For good food and good times, it's Fat Chad's Brewing in Titusville.
Now, welcome back to the Goodwill Larry's Auto Service halftime show here from Fort LeBeouf High School, Waterford, Pennsylvania. The Bison Marching Band exiting the field. The score here at the half, we got the Rockets trailing the Bison 28-7.
Getting ready for the Titusville Rocket Marching Band to come out. When they're out here, we'll put a mic out to them and get a chance to pick up their halftime show.
I don't know much about band etiquette or protocol, or however you want to label it, but isn't it normally the visiting band first and then the home band?
It is, and I was wondering about that myself.
Okay, let's see.
Normally it is.
Hey, Siri. You don't know who Siri is, never mind.
Hey, Google.
Hey, Bill.
Hey, Alexa.
Go capture the...
How many of these can we come up with?
Did you say Cirrus?
No, I said Siri.
All right, let's bring you the sounds of the marching band. Please, anything but...
Let's not get serious now.
Yeah. I don't know.
That's your Titusville High School Marching Band performing here at halftime. 28-7 is your score. We'll have second half action coming up in just a few moments. And that'll wrap up our Goodwill, Larry's Auto Service halftime show. Our coverage will continue right after this.
Poppy's Equipment and Storage Rental in Pleasantville is committed to providing our customers with exceptional service while offering quality rental equipment. We offer competitive pricing and an array of equipment for you to get the job done and on time. Hosting an event? Poppy's can help with that too. We have tents, tables, chairs, heaters, generators, barbecues, and more. Need firewood or propane? No problem. Whether you're in construction or a weekend warrior, reach out to Poppy's about your next project needs. Poppy's Place on the Tynesta Road in Pleasantville. Since 1965, the Gordon B. Garrett Funeral Home has been dedicated to serving Titusville and surrounding communities. Mr. Garrett believed in tradition and commitment to excellence, standards that are still held to this day. He also believed in community and making Titusville the best place to live, work, and play. When you need us, we will be there for you, providing a dignified service at fair prices. This has been our foundation for 55 years. The Gordon B. Garrett Funeral Home, 303 North Washington Street, Titusville. Interstate Pipe and Supply takes pride in providing superior customer service. That's why our dedicated employees are well trained and have the experience to offer friendly, quick, and reliable service and support. Need materials delivered to your job site? No problem. Interstate offers fast delivery from our 4 locations in Western Pennsylvania. We also serve Eastern Ohio, Northern Western Virginia, and Western New York. Service means business at Western Pennsylvania's premier pipe and supply company, Interstate Pipe and Supply.
And welcome back to Fort LeBeouf High School here in Waterford, Pennsylvania. Our coverage of Rocket football this season made possible by these great sponsors. By Oil Creek Plastics, by Titusville Area Hospital, by Interstate Pipe and Supply, by State Farm Insurance, by Poppy's, by the Gordon B. Garrett Funeral Home, by Donovan and Bauer Auto Group, by The Barking Lot, by Fat Chad's, by Armstrong, by Kreiner Real Estate, by Warner's Bakery, by Goodwill, by Larry's Auto Service, by Corky's Pizza, and by the Titusville Beverage. And we'll have the Corky's Pizza player of the game coming up at the end of the game. We wrap up the Goodwill, Larry's Auto Service halftime show. And speaking of Larry's, we mentioned he's good at fixing things. Steve, real quick adjustments for the Rockets in the second half.
Got to stop the run. It's just that simple. You're going to have to come up, make tackles. You've got to contain the outside. We were effective there for a little bit. We got some linebackers to run free for a little bit, made some plays. We even had some penetration up front. That's the big key. You're going to have to shut down the running game. And I'm just not sure that we're up to it because Fort LeBeouf up front, very big, very strong.
Okay, real quick, some scores from around the area here in Week 3 football action.
Well, Week 3, I got Eisenhower over Union City, 21-0 at the half. Conneaut, Ohio, Spartans over Corey, 38-6. We've got Oil City playing Northeast, and they're up 30-14. Harbor Creek 31 over Cache, 0. Meadville and Fairview are going at it. Meadville with a 42-0 lead. An interesting game here, I thought, going into it. Warren Dragons against Girard Yellow Jackets, and Warren is up 29-13 in that game. Again, General McLean and Franklin going at it, 20-0 General McLean. That's pretty much the action going on in the area. Of course, there is one other big game that I always get a kick out of following. Cathedral Prep, 44. West Toronto Prep, nothing. So the USA now, I think 3-0 in that fun little thing. It'd be nice to have a team. We've talked about it before a few years ago. It'd be kind of interesting and fun to have a team from Toronto come down to Titusville and play the Rockets.
Hey?
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 Hey? Speaking of Canadians, let's go down to Bill McCrillis, who's on the sidelines. Bill, what are you hoping to see here in the second half?
Hey?
Hey?
Something here.
You know what? For the first time in like 3 years, Bill, we've lost you.
No, you haven't. Got me now?
Yes.
Okay. The Titusville Rockets, they got to stop this run. I mean, it's really tough when you got a couple 200-pounders in the backfield. And I don't know. Look up to Jim. What do you think, Jim? Well,
my explanation to all sports, while Luke and I talk about it in basketball, and the same thing here. The last 4 minutes of the first half, first 4 minutes of the second half, I think Titusville's got to get off to a good start here in the second half. And I think the next 4 to 6 minutes is going to tell the history of the rest of the game, because it's, we mentioned, Steve, in the first half, a coach wants to get the 35 up so they get a running clock. And we're down 21 right now, so 2 scores and they're on us. And I think the next couple of possessions by Titusville are going to be very critical.
Well, this first possession right off the bat, defensively, Titusville's going to have to stop. Got to keep them out of the end zone. And that's something that they can do. We've seen them do it once or twice. It's just not something that we've done consistently. And I'm sure that the coaches have worked with them at the half, trying to make the adjustments necessary.
Wireless Mike tonight brought to you by Titusville Dairy Products Company and by Ongley's Outdoor Power Equipment. Thanks to Jake and the crew at Ongley's and everybody over at Titusville Dairy Products Company.
I don't understand why we don't have Corky's Pizza here. It's only a 3-hour drive.
Well, the way you drive, yes, but
that's a roundabout way.
It isn't roundabout. It's direct, Bill. It's just that slow.
You do go through one roundabout, though.
You do, yes, you do
so,
one roundabout.
That's what I said.
That's right, Bill. You're absolutely correct.
Hey, guys, look at that moon over there. Can you see it?
Adam, can you get it? Oh, Joe's down there. Maybe.
Oh, can you get a shot of that?
My son zipped down from Barron to say hi. And that was not hi, Dad. It's great to see you. It was, hey, did you see that moon?
Well, at least
he did.
Hey, Dad, you got a 20?
That's right.
Yeah. Only a 20?
All set to go. Titusville will kick off. It'll come down to the picked up. Rolls inside the 10 at the 5. Got to stop him now. Got the field on him. Out across the 10 to 20. Breaks to the outside. He's across the 35 to 40. Cuts back to the inside. He's going to be brought down at midfield. Great opportunity to make a long field, but instead we give him the short field.
And there's a flag on the far side of the field. Let's see what this one's about.
Yeah, that could be important. It's that same sign that we got before, and we don't know what it is.
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
Got me.
I mean, we're professionals. We're supposed to know.
I know, but I've never seen this before.
Well, the fact that I'm saying we're professionals, I've never seen before either. Yeah, I don't know what the call is. Somebody can watching that. Fill these experts in, will you? Jim Cum might be watching. Maybe he could tell us.
I don't know.
Maybe we can find out.
Anyway, they're going to take it back, and that'll help us, as it'll be spotted back at the, let's see. 20-yard line, it looks like, right on the 20.
I know classes they're going to be signed up for during the off season here.
What's that?
The classes in this off season that you guys are going to be taking.
Go to referees classes. Rules interpretation. That'll be your job, Steve.
Okay.
First down and 10, LeBeouf. At
I
their
think
own
we could
20.
Skype in Chip Burns or something if he's not doing a game tonight and
That's
have
right.
him.
In motion to the right. Ball's on the ground, and I'm sure the quarterback got it, but fumble nonetheless. Loss of 2 in the play. Boy, that's a big break.
Well,
opportunity.
Yeah, I mean, that's, again, you put them now, you have them in 2nd and 11, 2nd and 12. Can the defense capitalize on this now?
28-7, just underway here at Fort LeBeouf for second half. See what Titusville's adjustments may entail here as we get along the next 3 or 4 minutes. LeBeouf sends a wide out, wide left. They have a man in the wing left and a man in the wing right. On the snap, giving off to the big man coming across the left side, and he breaks the tackles out across the 30, 35, and to the 40-yard line. Big, strong running back.
And that's what we talked about. You know, you hit there and keep your feet and drive, but he's just dragging Titusville tacklers along with, you know, almost like a taxi cab. We're going for a ride.
Yeah.
Here you'll see him. He's going to come right up there. We're in position. We're just a little bit late trying to get rid of blocks. And then once they get ahead of steam up, they're going to drag you, you know, 5, 7, 10 yards.
First down and 10 out to the 40 of LeBeouf. Double wing again on the snap. Pass out to the left side. Oh, wide open. Out across the 45, the 50. He's got the speed. 45, 30, 20, 15, 10. Touchdown. Not what you wanted to give up here the first 4 minutes or so.
Misdirection. They get things going to the defensive left side. Flo starts to go to the left. He turns around, throws it back to their defensive right side. We have one guy out there. He tried to do his job. He stayed home with the receiver, but the receiver did a nice job. We talked about Titusville's receivers blocking downfield. Here you see Fort LeBeouf's receiver doing a nice job of blocking him downfield. He goes untouched.
Extra point attempt coming up. 34-7. This is kick is up, and the kick has a flag.
Well,
or a timeout. Which is it?
Delay a game.
Yeah.
A procedure.
So that'll move it back 5. So we'll try it again. This time it'll be from the 15, 25-yard extra point. Waiting for the snap. Get the snap. Almost blocked. Kicks off to the left side, but it is good. So right off the get-go, 35-7. Fort LeBeouf goes on top with a big touchdown.
Yeah, we talk about mistakes, and it's – I'm sure Coach Reynolds, when they watch the film, and the coaching staff are going to watch this, you know, they're going to point to this. You know, here we had them. They mishandled the kickoff. You know, he's fumbling the ball around inside their own 10. We've got a guy coming down, loses his feet, and then he's off that direction. It's those type of things that just seem to be plaguing us still, and we're seeing changes, and we're seeing new things being taught, and Titusville's reacting and learning those steps. But I got to remind you, for people who are Titusville fans, be patient. This is not going to happen overnight. You're at week 3. It's not going to happen quickly. It's going to take a while to develop it. You've got to get a flow going as far as your kids and your knowledge.
McGuire is getting ready to tee it up. Titusville will send 3 back. Again, LeBeouf always kicking off from the right hash mark. Must be a golfer and has a hook.
Pull hook.
Yeah, pulls it. Pull. That's right. Be a pull. Well, I don't know anything about golf. Short kick. Going to be taken by, and that's not going to be taken by. And now we pick it up at the 15 and down at the 10 and down at the 10.
Now, there you see the difference between how things have gone tonight. They miss a kickoff and they still get the ball to the 50. And the penalty moved it back. But here we misplay a kickoff and we're stuck inside the 10. It's just the way things have gone tonight. The bounces that could have been just haven't been done for Titusville.
10:40 left to go in the third quarter, 35-7. Titusville's first possession here in the second half. Titusville will send 1 to the left. And Brock will go under center. Got a wing left. Or slot, depending on your terminology. Ball's given off to the first, check that, the tailback coming through. He gets out across, maybe the 8-yard line, maybe a gain of 1, but more like no gain. It's out to the 9, so it'll be a second down and 10.
Yeah, LeBeouf is just not, they're not even, I don't think they're even considering the pass. I don't think Titusville wants to take that chance this deep in their own territory. I think they're going to try to, hopefully break a run, get some space, and then they'll try to throw the ball. But right now, trapped inside your 10, they might be tentative as far as throwing the ball.
Titusville sends 1 wide right. in a wing right. Brought back into shotgun. Hands it off. The first man breaks to the outside. That's Jackson. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And that's as far as he'll get. It'll bring up a third down and 10. That looks like they're going to give me a yard. Third down and 9. Just underway here in the second half at Fort LeBeouf. The Bison's up 35-7. Titusville sends one wide right, put a wing right. Brock back under center, 2 in the backfield. Pitch back to Jackson Koval. Tries to get to the outside, nothing there. He's brought down clear back at the 5, a loss of about 5 on the play. Now Titusville's going to have to kick from their end zone.
And again, we've talked about this. You don't want to let the defense play in your backfield. Right now that the defensive line is just playing in our backfield. We've got to get a push going up front here. Try to at least be neutral with it. Hold them at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, there's no push at all right now. Mung back to kick. He'll get it out of the end zone. Low snap. Gets a kick away. Good kick. It's going to be taken at the 44. Fumbled, but picks it up. And breaks one tackle. Breaks to the left side. Got the blockers to the outside. Now he's going to be brought down at the Titusville 30. Jackson Koval, I believe it was, that brought him down.
Again, we had opportunities early. We're going to see it's a good punt, low snap. Now he's about 3-4 yards deep in his end zone. So this ball's going to carry 45, 50 yards. There's the muff. We got to be there. See how far away we are? We got to get down the field. We're just not there. Gives them time to pick it up, and there's a tackle we miss. And watch this cut here.
Yeah, it's a good cutback against the grain.
Good cutback against the grain, but we just don't have enough people there. Oil Creek Plastics provides us with the instant replay.
Backs double right side for LeBeouf. Give it off to the counter play going across the left side. And a flag. Usually a hold situation out there. Flag's on the far side of the field.
It's going to be a hold.
We're just third quarter action. Second possession now for Fort LeBeouf. They're up 35-7. And they're going to bring that back. See what Mr. Referee says here. It is the hold. That'll bring it out to the 39-yard line of Titusville. Be first down and 20.
But again, now for Titusville here, again, you've got an opportunity now to make a stop here. You've got them in first and long. You just can't break down here. You've got to maintain your discipline, make tackles.
LeBeouf sends one wide right. Now they run a double wing. Man in motion. Giving off to the motion man coming across to the outside. Titusville pretty good pursuit. Turns upfield. 30, 25, 20, knocked out of bounds. Wow. Thought we had him, and they got around the corner. Once he gets around the edge, he picks up another 10 or so.
Well, I mean, you watch the play come, the pursuit coming here. You're there, but you stop running. And then you give him that stutter step. Don't stop running, come up. And then, because once he gets that step on you, you're going to give the corner.
Yeah. Yep, and they got the corner. And they picked up a bundle. Brings up second down and 2. Got about 18 on that carry. Doubles left side for Fort LeBeouf. In motion to the right. High snap, quarterback keep.
Ooh.
Right up the middle, but, he's driving ahead inside the 15. That was a good leg drive by the quarterback, McChesney.
Watch the opening here in the middle. Just watch them push these. Look at how they roll that back. Watch the right guard, left guard. Watch what they do. Okay, a little tap there, and then they're out onto the second tier again, and now they're getting into our linebackers who are supposed to be making tackles for us, and we're not chewing up the blocks. Good job by the offensive line for LeBeouf.
First down and 10. They're at the Titusville 15. Doubles left, looking to throw. Going into the corner deep, passes up there, and there'll be a flag.
Yeah, that's going to draw a flag.
Yep. Had him beat. That's Johnson out there on the defense.
I'm not sure that and this is a tough thing to do, particularly in high school. And I remember in high school, I don't think you have to turn to see the ball to make the play, but you can't be making contact. You're right. That's what I'm wondering. If his head's turned and sees that ball, and it's way over the receiver's head, you just
throw it anyway.
You just let it go, and not make contact with the receiver.
I think it's an automatic first down. But it is first down. Well, they're not marking the first down. They're marking 3rd down and 3. Board says 1st and 10.
They got it marked first down over here, about the 7-yard line.
Yeah, they get the one up there now, I guess. Repeat first down. They can pick up a first down here. There's a flag, and it looks like motion. It is. That'll move it back 5.
I don't think either coaching staff right now is going to be particularly happy with how their teams are playing. Getting a little bit, I don't want to say ugly, but undisciplined, we'll say, here in this 3rd quarter.
Yeah, because these things are habit forming. And this game is not big, and
just
like it's gonna pay later.
Just like you hope to build off of a big play, it can tumble away from you real quick too.
Yeah. So we move it back. It'll be first down at about 8. Man in motion to the left. Quarterback's going to keep straight up the middle. He's across the 5 and into the end zone. Touchdown, I believe. And they do call it. Quarterback keeper right up the left side takes it in for the touchdown, and that puts with the extra point the fast clock up.
Yeah, and again, this is just the front line just pushing our kids around. They're just opening up holes up front, and they're getting to the second level. Everything right now just going Fort LeBeouf's way.
Extra point attempt coming up. Snap, kick is up, and the kick looks good. It is good.
Actually, it shouldn't be because the coach has his team, has 6 kids standing on the field back here talking to him about the kickoff.
Give me a minute.
I mean, if you throw that flag when somebody in the NFL, you see how those kids are running off, and they're almost out of bounds, and they snap the ball real quick and they throw the flag. Well, he's got 5 of them sitting, 3 yards, 4 yards onto the field.
42-7 with 6:57 left to go here in the 3rd quarter. So what that does is puts the clock in motion. I think it stops on first downs.
It'll stop in first downs. It'll stop on an incomplete pass, but as soon as you mark the ball, spot the ball for play, it winds again instead of staying off. So,
and when it gets to 0.
And when it gets to 0, it'll stop.
I thought we'd cover all the bases, Jim. Just
like the Pirates.
Bases.
Do they make it to the bases?
Do you see the rule changes in baseball?
I didn't.
Oh, that's ridiculous.
I don't care. When you can get paid multi-millions of dollars and then come into the coach and say, I got a hangnail, I can't pitch today, I got no respect for you. I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry, Luke. I didn't mean to bring that up. Well, Luke, sometime we'll go over the.
There's going to be a pitch clock.
Yeah, pitching clock. Kickoff goes down. It's going to be taken at the Titusville 6.
Run.
It's Mr. Burley tries to sneak up the sideline. He gets it out to about the 22. And that's where Titusville put it in play first down and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Do you get like that with hurdles, like when they slow up right before the?
Oh, I absolutely do.
Okay. For folks who don't know, Steve's one of the track coaches, and he coaches hurdles. What else do you coach?
Hurdles and high jump.
High jump, yeah.
And I'm not real happy if you slow down when you high jump. So, in athletics, it's speed. I don't care what the sport. It's speed. don't play the game half speed. Give me what you got.
You had to bring it up, didn't you?
What's that pitch thing going on?
See, there again, we're talking about speed of the game.
We are.
Taking
Yeah.
time out.
No, it's just it is, and it's and maybe I'm wrong. Maybe watching them.
Now you've opened the door.
Thinking, I know.
We'll take the comments now.
It's
tell us all the
not
times
like
Steve has been wrong.
Not like I haven't heard this before. I am married,
Oh.
so
I think your wife is watching.
Yeah.
Now you're going to bring that up.
Not right now.
Yeah, Bill. Can I ride home with you?
But it's just, it's just get going. Get going with speed.
I had that my first year running hurdles, by the way. I ran those suckers in 21.6 because I had good coaching like you.
And then you made to the first hurdle?
Actually, I ran all. How many hurdles are there in a
There's
hike?
10 of them.
I ran 10 illegal hurdles, but I did it well. Took first place. Titusville rolling to his right is Brock. Looking downfield, still looking, throws it up short. Oh, I thought it was going to be picked. And now
That's a
we have
flag.
a flag. I don't know what the flag will be.
We got 2 flags.
Did we?
I'm back here about the 25.
Well, we got a hold and an interference, perhaps. Holding Titusville.
Well, now he's going to ask who the holding penalty is.
Either that or his arm hurts.
He's talking to the official who threw the other flag. Holding and pass interference. We rolled that back. I did not think that there was an interference call there, but as other things as you age, my eyes aren't as good.
I'm not too sure there was either. I thought they broke on the ball, but
yeah, I thought he did too.
Maybe not. We'll see it here.
Yep.
And there's the tail end of it.
Hold on.
I didn't see it, but
no, I didn't see it either. Anyway, it's back at the 27. Offsetting penalty.
There's the hold, yeah.
It goes back to first down and 10. Titusville sends one to the left. Man in motion. Pitch back to the tailback. Good coverage. Wow, 5 shirts there. Loss of a couple on the play. Maybe 5 on the play. That's good coverage, Bill.
See, it is. So they're up tight. I mean, they're really on the line of scrimmage, guys. Control it.
5:40 left to go, third quarter, 42-7.
They're just blowing us right off the ball. I mean,
Yeah,
they're not, it's not even that. They're just beating us off the ball.
They react where we're going.
Well, they've got some size up front to do it with also. But nonetheless, Brock looking to throw. Rolling to his right now, throws downfield. He's got a man. Oh, just overthrows Burley out at about the 35. Boy, if we'd have had that one, we'd have picked up some yardage.
Well, we'd have had a first down on that one. Instead, we're looking at 3rd and 15, 3rd and 14. Again, it's just it's a game of inches, and we've just a couple of them tonight have been just off the fingertips of receivers.
Yep, I thought we had that one. 4:45 left to go here in the third. Titusville will send 2 to the right, have a man in the wing right. Koval rolling to his right, still rolling, looking downfield, and he throws up short, and it is complete out to about the 34-yard line. Be short of a first down. They'll bring up a 4th down at about 5. Looks to me like Coach Reynolds says, let's going to go for it.
Yeah, what do you, nothing to lose, right, guys?
Yeah, we'll see whether or not Mung goes back to kick. But yeah, it's we're down 35 with 4 minutes to go. Try some things. Titusville send 2 to the left side, wing left. Koval running to his left, looking over the middle, still pulls it down, turns upfield, cuts it back out to the 40. He'll have the first down. They spot it right around the 39, checked at the 41-yard line of Titusville. So Brock picks up the first down on the run. The ball's at the 41 of Titusville, first down and 10. You know, here's a thing, too, that happens, Steve. You're up 35, you're fast clock. It gives you an opportunity to see some of your seconds. How soon do you take them out? You don't want your first number ones getting hurt. You've got big games coming up yet. Brock going deep down the right side. Got a man out there. Oh, just out of the hands down at the 22 of LeBeouf.
I think if I'm Fort LeBeouf, and here we're going to see this is just a go pattern. We're going to try to get Rib loose on the sidelines, and it's a little overthrown, but that's a pretty far throw right there. Opportunity there, just couldn't quite get himself turned back around. As far as when do you pull your kids, I think if I'm Fort LeBeouf, at the end of this quarter, I'm going to pull my kids. I'm going to play my seconds because, like you say, we don't want to see, we don't want to lose anybody right now. You've got big games coming up, so I would expect that into the fourth quarter we'll see new uniforms.
Trips to the right for Titusville, over the middle quick. Pass is complete. Across the 50 down to the 48. It'll be enough for a first down. Mong on the reception. Well, you always want your kids to come out in the third quarter and get used to coming out of the locker room, getting motivated, getting going again. Luke, would you like to say something?
Well, I just want to say I've been confused all night. I keep looking, when I look at the screen, at the 50, it's the yellow line.
Mm-hmm.
So every time somebody crosses that, I think, oh, they've hit first down.
Oh.
Because I think we don't have that technology yet.
No.
But
no,
every time I look up, I'm like, oh, it's an automatic. Oh, no, wait.
No, that's just the 50.
That's just the 50.
Double stack.
Don't worry,
right
your
side.
telestrator comes before that.
Yeah. Brock looking to throw. He's going to go across court and across field and incomplete. That's a tough throw.
Well, it is a tough throw, and for
We've
the
had
most
luck
part,
with that
you just don't do that. Typically, you don't want to be rolling one direction, then try to throw back across your body. He's open a little bit earlier, and he's going to take a shot here. But he goes, I think earlier in that route when he's on the right side and starts to make his cut in there might be a little bit of a window there, but you've got to read that quick and get rid of the ball quick.
Minute 20 left to go here in the third. 42-7 LeBeouf. Titusville will send 2 to the right side, 2 to the left side. Koval looking to throw a quick out. It comes to the left side to Stearns. Stearns out across the 45. Knocked out of bounds somewhere around the 43-yard line.
Now, we've seen this play before, and we've seen LeBeouf blow it up. The thing that makes this play work, again, watch number 20. That's Cameron Mung in the defensive back. Now, see what he does? You don't have to knock him off his feet. Just got to keep him out of the way. The pass gets completed, and the receiver knows which way to run, and it's a positive play.
Brings up a 3rd down and 4. We're at the 42 of LeBeouf. Johnson and Burley go wide right. Koval rolling right, throws down the right side. The pass is complete. Oh, good hit. And we hang on, and it takes it out to about the 32-yard line. Defensive back come up quickly to make the play, but we'll get the first down.
Yeah, it's Johnson, I think, on the reception, wasn't it? Does a nice job of holding on to it.
Get racked up pretty good there.
That's one of the things that we've seen. Again, we've talked about the speed of the game, and we've seen how fast Fort LeBeouf secondary will come up and hit you.
Into the third quarter, 42-7, LeBeouf on top. We'll be back with fourth quarter right after this.
Fat Chad's Brewing is Titusville's premier dining destination, offering fine dining served with a cold beverage and great conversation. Try our oiled derrick sirloin or railroad flat iron, or how about the TPD ribeye, Louis Lip strip steak, or Fat Chad's pork steak. Our pasta entries and sandwiches are just as popular. Try the garden pasta or the Asiago chicken, or get the Rocketeer burger or fish sandwich, all served with fresh cut fries. Come in Saturday nights for Wild Game Saturdays. For good food and good times, it's Fat Chad's Brewing in Titusville.
And welcome to the fourth quarter of play. The Rockets trail the Bison 42-7. Got a fast clock here in Waterford. A lot of fast clocks tonight. Look at some of the scores from around the area. Meadville leading Fairview 48-0.
We get a chance to play Meadville later.
Next week.
Cole rolling to his left, looking downfield, pulls it down, he's going to try to run it, cuts it back to the right side. He's at the 30, 25, 20. Good stiff arm down to about the 18. So Brock on his legs gets us down to the 18-yard line of LeBeouf.
For those watching us on Armstrong tonight, we'll have that Meadville-Titusville game for you next week on Armstrong's Neighborhood Channel.
That'll be a lot of fun. That's the one that Steve's been kicked out of?
Yeah, he'll be on the road next week.
Yeah.
We'll have a special guest joining us.
Somebody knows what they're talking about.
Well, we'll have our production meeting next week and decide that.
Titusville, first down, looking to throw. Going to the end zone, and it's caught down there by Schmidt, and it's out at about the 3-yard line.
Kind of a reverse pivot out to make the defense flow the wrong way. Quick release.
Nice catch.
It's good catch. Yeah, good catch. He's in bounds.
Yeah, nice catch. Good concentration. So it's first and goal for Titusville. They're at the 3-yard line. Brock now will go under center. Coming to the right side. Driving straight ahead, and I believe in for the touchdown. I've seen no signal yet. No, didn't get in.
Oh. Somebody jumped on the graphic there.
A little quick on the graphic. A little bit too years.
Well,
I'm cramped in here. We should take a picture of this.
Yeah, there's a 3x5 room. There were 3 of us in with all the equipment.
Actually, I'd love to make that the excuse, but I got a little excited.
I get a little excited.
Yeah.
Titusville with 3 to the left. Koval rolling to his left. Wants to come back to his right. Still coming back to his right. Throws into the end zone. Overthrows his receiver. Thought he had room to run there, Steve.
Well, I think he may have, but like I say, LeBeouf's closing speed is very good. We're just not able here to roll to the left here. He's looking to the left all the way. I don't know. I think he was looking for Mung, but Mung couldn't get open. Now he was there, but he's not going to see him there. He's not going to throw that ball across the field that way.
Brings up a 3rd down and goal. Burley now in the backfield at tailback. And Koval keeps up the middle and drives in for the touchdown.
Or a fumble.
No, I think he was in. Yes, touchdown. Once he broke the plane.
Right. Can I do it now?
Yeah, now.
No. So Titusville gets the touchdown and 42-13. And we'll attempt the extra point by kick. Good snap, placement, kick is up, and the kick is good. 42-14 as we have just 9:16 left to go here in the ball game. Good score for Titusville.
Yeah, if you're looking at Titusville, it's just keep plugging away, kids. That's all you can do right now. Is you got 9 minutes left to go for this, and you got to keep trying to correct things and execute both offensively and defensively.
Play and learn. Yep. Two touchdowns very quick here in the 3rd quarter for LeBeouf. Put this game totally out of reach. It was a struggle at 35-7, but
well, yeah, what we said at the beginning, it has held true. You got to tackle. You got to stop their ground game. If you can't stop these guys from running, they're going to beat you.
So Titusville will kick off. LeBeouf will send 2 back, standing at about the 5. You'll see Titusville spotted up in the center of the field. A little bit different than LeBeouf. Rib will do the kicking for Titusville. Our kicking game's been pretty good this year, Phil. Steve. Kick's going to go down the left side, and as I say that, we kick it out of bounds.
Pull hook off the tee again. That's going to cost you a stroke and distance.
What if we got to change from the 4 driver to? Is there a different driver?
Yeah, if it's like
Bail me out here. I don't know anything about that.
I would go to the pitching wedge because that's about the only one I can keep in the fairway.
Speaking of which, we have a championship golfer down on the field. Bill.
Thanks a lot, guys.
Congratulations. Well, tell us what happened.
Oh, I won the senior division at 75 and over.
Where?
Yeah.
I was more shocked, not that he won, that he was over 75.
Yeah, I'm over 75.
I didn't know that.
But I got to play from the red tees.
Well, that helps.
Oh, it sure does.
It wouldn't help me any.
Congrats, Bill.
Hey, thanks a lot.
Oh, there's movement. I think we got some seconds in there. Got a little anxious. Although I don't know. Again, it's difficult up here seeing numbers on the military style jackets.
I don't see any of the big backs in there right now.
So their front people might be the number ones. Their running backs are probably the 2s.
I don't.
Yeah.
Get a couple numbers, I'll let you know.
Starting quarterback's back in there, still in there. Line's still there. There's still 1s.
Are there?
Looks like it. I'm not sure about the backs, but ball's getting off to the tailback, cuts to the outside, and up nicely is Doc Cole, I believe.
Yeah, we've done a couple games over the years where they've saluted the military. A couple years ago, we were up at Northeast. That was a really nice ceremony before the start of the game. Tonight's was really nice. Did you enjoy it tonight, Bill?
Oh, yes, I did. Being a veteran myself, I really enjoyed it. About the uniforms, they're donated through the National Guard.
Oh.
And I talked to Coach Wiley about it, and he said that you have to put in for that. And I think Titusville already has.
Oh, good. Chesney under center, off to the tailback, going across the right side from the wing position. He's going to be snuffed out at about the 32-yard line. He's going to get him out to the 35. Got a late whistle.
I also forgot to tell you, they only do so many a year, a football season.
Oh, do they?
Mm-hmm.
In our area or?
In our area, 3, I think he said.
Oh. So we don't know if we're going to do one or not yet?
Not to my knowledge. Coach said they put in for it.
Yeah.
That'd be outstanding to do something like this at Titusville.
LeBeouf sends 1 wide left. They have a double wing each side. Quarterback looking to throws over the middle very quick.
Oh, I don't think so.
I believe he hit the ground, so it's an incomplete pass. Bring it back. 6:30 left to go in the ball game.
It was there, and I thought the receiver had it there,
I
but
did
it
too.
just stripped through his arms and hit the turf.
Brings up a 4th down punt situation.
Jim, did you see your grandson re-enlisted?
Yes. Our grandson Travis, United States Navy, signed up this past week for his 2nd hitch, and we congratulate him. He enjoys it a lot. And we let the punt go down, and oh my.
Oh, mercy.
Hits the 15 and rolls, or hits the 20 and rolls to the 15.
Why do you do that?
Yeah, he catches the ball, but that's what happens when you don't.
Never, ever, ever let a punt hit the ground.
That's the name of Steve's 2nd book. We got to work on that, Adam.
Well, we got to get that first book sold. Me.
What's left of it? Yeah,
I sold a copy.
Did you?
No.
Oh, you bought a copy. You're the only one that did.
I wanted to see what it said.
I don't understand that.
For all I know, there might be some amazing insight in there.
He had a ghostwriter, so he had no idea what they wrote.
Titusville, first down and 10. The ball's at their own 15. Doubles right, single left for Titusville. Brock rolling to his left. We'll check that his right. He's going to throw over the middle. He's got a man there. Get there. He got it. The 50, 45, down to the 42. Nice pass and catch.
I'm really kind of surprised that LeBeouf has not backed their people off. You know Titus is going to throw the ball. You know they're going to want to go deep. They got to try to score quick. I'm just kind of surprised that they've not moved kids back away. I'd have my guys at least 10 yards off at the line of scrimmage in the corners. My safeties would be playing at 15 to keep everything in front of you.
Owen Ribb was on the reception end of that pass. It's out to the LeBeouf 42 from our 15, so big game. Rockets will send 2 to the right. Check that now. We're going to go wing right, 1 to the left. And
delay a game.
Delay a game penalty. So that'll move it back 5. That doesn't help. Just means Brock has to throw it further.
Well, and it just, you know, I've had that feeling where things are just kind of out of sync.
Yeah.
Just not meshing real well, and that's an indication of it here that you're just not on the same page.
Titusville now with a 1st and 15. The ball's out at the 47 of LeBeouf. Koval, quick over the middle, too low. Try to quick in slant, and Burley unable to handle it down around his feet. But it has some yardage there, I think, Steve.
I think so too. We had to get rid of it quick because they sent some backers, which is going to open that middle up. If you make that completion on that quick slant, you know, you're with backers out of there, you're going to have probably a good 10, 15 yards before you've got to worry about safeties.
3:55 left to go in the game. 42-14. LeBeouf on top. Burley in motion to the left. Koval looking deep, rolling to his right. Going to throw up short. Pass is completed to 30. Tries to get out of bounds, but does not. He'll be spotted at the 28 of LeBeouf, and now they move the chains. That will stop the clock.
We're going to see just a straight drop back, and kind of lost his footing there when he threw the ball, so luckily had enough on it to get there. Again, now you see Fort LeBeouf where they're playing now. The coaches have them moving back a little bit. Give the distance and keep it in front of you.
1st down and 10. The ball's at the 29 on LeBeouf. Titusville now with wideouts on both sides. Pitch back it goes to Jackson Koval. Picks up about 3 or 4 in the play. Haven't seen a lot of Jackson yet tonight, did we?
No, we really haven't. Well, really,
no running game.
Yeah, no running game to speak of. You know, when you've got them tied up in the backfield and you can't get things to move up front, it's tough to get a running game.
Brock out of shotgun again, dropping straight back, looking to throw. Throws over the middle, is complete to Mung. Mung breaks 1 tackle, drives ahead, and now about 4 guys come up and put a stop to him at about the 30. I checked at the 24. With 2:28 left to go in the ball game.
And that's what, you know, that's exactly what Fort LeBeouf should be giving you, is giving you that short distance pass, that 4-yard, 5-yard pass. They'll give you that all night long. You know, right now it's, you know, let them score, but make them take time off the clock.
Titusville sends doubles wide to the right. Wing right. Brock rolling to his right. Throws it into a crowd. Goes incomplete.
That's one there where I think a little bit of the inexperience, of game inexperience for Brock sticks out to you. That's a pass, another pass there that you want to just throw away.
Comes back to the 4th down situation at the 24. We need to pick up about 5. to get a first down. Clock running at 1:30 left in the game. Cole in motion. Right down the middle, Mung, touchdown. Right down the middle to Cameron Mung from the tight end position or the slot position, and Titusville picks up the touchdown. That was a nice play.
Again, I don't know where the safeties were at there. It just opened right up the middle, and then we just run a quick seam route with Mung right up the middle.
42-20 with the extra point coming. Waiting for the snap, and we fumbled the snap, and LeBeouf recovers, but the point will be no good. 42-20 with 1:19 to go in the game.
Here's that quick release and up the seam, and back that up just a little bit. Watch the defenders. The linebackers, the two linebackers, what do they both do? They're going to step up here or not react at all on the outside. The young man on the outside didn't react at all. We just get by him. So that's it's a good play. And that's one of those things where it doesn't make any difference in the score of this ball game or the outcome of this ball game. But it's something that you want your kids to do and realize and see how it works, so that you teach them as you go. This is what happens. You get a play action pass, linebackers bite up, or they stand still and you go behind them. It's all part of the teaching process and building process.
Onside kick, guys?
No, I think, I don't know. I shouldn't say no. It's possible, I guess. Maybe opportunity to practice it. With 1:19 to go, 42-20. As Titusville tees it up at the 40. They're telling their back line to move up a bit, anticipating a possible onside kick, I guess. Nope, we kick it deep. Taking it at the 15, out across the 20, the 25, out to the 30, 35. Look out, he's got blockers. 40, down to the 30, and gonna come down to the Titusville 24-yard line. My goodness, you don't want to do that after scoring. But LeBeouf, to their credit, takes it down to the Titusville 20-yard line.
Watch the top of the screen. We've got a couple of kids up here at the top. One of them's out of bounds, which is a penalty because nobody forced him out of bounds. Right at the very top of the screen there. I don't know what you're doing, fellas. Get back into play, because this is right where he's coming. And that's what leaves it open.
45 seconds left to go in the ball game. See what LeBeouf looks like. They might be going to take a knee here, and they will. 42-20 here as LeBeouf takes the knee, and that's where this game will end. Final score here at Fort LeBeouf in Waterford, PA. Fort LeBeouf 42, the Titusville Rockets 20. We'll be back with wrap-up right after these messages.
Signature here. Oh, and one last thing.
What's with the chainsaw?
Oh, well, service may be slowed due to network interference.
Network interference?
Yeah, well, maybe if you cut down some of these trees, you can finally get a decent cell signal, which is how you get internet now. Good luck.
Read the fine print. Only Armstrong delivers fast and reliable internet right into your home on a network built specifically for the internet. Zoom from Armstrong.
Would you love to exercise, but pain is holding you back? The aquatic therapy offered at Titusville Area Hospital Physical Therapy may benefit anyone suffering from joint pain, recovery from joint replacements, or other surgeries, fibromyalgia, osteoarthritis, muscle weakness, or other physical limitations. In the comfort of a heated pool and with private one-on-one sessions, the professionals at TAH Physical Therapy can help. Call today for more information. 827-0354.
And welcome to the Corky's Pizza Titusville Beverage post-game show here from Fort LeBeouf High School, Waterford, Pennsylvania. And once again, it is the Corky's Pizza Titusville Beverage post-game show final here. 42-20. Guys?
Well, it's one of these games where you're going to go back and watch film and try to pick out the areas where you can say, here's what happened here because of this or that. As far as winning and losing, I don't care what the score is. A loss is a loss, and that's pretty hard to take as a player and a coach. So it's going to have to be, and we keep repeating this, it's going to have to be a teaching situation. But I'm not sure how Coach Reynolds will handle that situation, but they were just big. We ran against a big team, but there's just some things that we didn't do well.
Well, and that's what he's going to focus on, I think, is he's going to point out, they're going to go through, review the tapes, and then, it's going to be a matter of cleaning things up.
Final score was 42-20, and it was a situation where we had to play that second half coming in with, 35, what was it, 35-10 at halftime?
35-10.
No, it wasn't 10.
35-7.
Yeah. And we knew that the next 4 or 5 minutes were going to be critical, and we lost that next quarter very quickly.
Well, and there's a big similarity, I think, going on that we've seen before. We've seen it in prior years. We've seen it now, in my opinion, for 2 weeks in a row now. We're tough and competitive for the first quarter to quarter and a half. After that, and I don't know what it is, whether we're getting worn out or whether the size is taken over or what, but after that point, for that 2.5 quarters, the other team is just pushing us wherever they want us to go.
Yeah.
So, it's just, it's one of those things where the coaches are going to have to get to know the players a little better. The players are going to have to understand the system a little better. It's going to process, and it's early.
Well, and that process is the key to it. It's learning how to get there. So we'll have to see if indeed they can over the next. And it's going to take a season or two to get this thing through.
It's
establishing the culture and all this stuff that you have to do.
Let's try to sneak this in real quick. This is the Corky's Pizza Titusville Beverage post-game show. We'll try to grab a quick comment from Coach, and we'll have your player of the game coming up right after this.
At Donovan and Bauer Auto Group, all the local fall sports seasons are here. No matter if you're making that touchdown, running that extra mile, scoring that winning goal, making that putt for birdie, or slamming down that setter spike, the team at Donovan and Bauer Auto Group is a proud supporter of all the fall athletics in Titusville and the surrounding area. Doing your best is a team effort, and the team here at Donovan and Bauer attempts to give the best effort to our customers day in and out, just like all the local athletes. Have a safe and memorable 22 fall sports season to all the local teams and athletes. When you have the time, visit us on our website at donovanbauer.com and score that winning deal.
Like a good neighbor, your State Farm agent is there. And there. And now, there. Good Neighbor Connect is a secure virtual meeting tool exclusively for State Farm customers. It's simple to use, no signups, downloads, or plugins, and it helps you have the conversations you need with your agent at whatever distance you prefer. Ask your agent about meeting through Good Neighbor Connect today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Fat Chad's Brewing is Titusville's premier dining destination, offering fine dining served with a cold beverage and great conversation. Try our oil derrick sirloin or railroad flat iron, or how about the TPD ribeye, Louis Lip strip steak, or Fat Chad's pork steak. Our pasta entries and sandwiches are just as popular. Try the garden pasta or the Asiago chicken, or get the Rocketeer burger or fish sandwich, all served with fresh cut fries. Come in Saturday nights for Wild Game Saturdays. For good food and good times, it's Fat Chad's Brewing in Titusville. Interstate Pipe and Supply takes pride in providing superior customer service. That's why our dedicated employees are well trained and have the experience to offer friendly, quick, and reliable service and support. Need materials delivered to your job site? No problem. Interstate offers fast delivery from our 4 locations in Western Pennsylvania. We also serve Eastern Ohio, Northern Western Virginia, and Western New York. Service means business at Western Pennsylvania's premier pipe and supply company, Interstate Pipe and Supply.
And welcome back to the Corky's Pizza Titusville Beverage post-game show. And again, the final here, 42-20.
Yeah, we're standing up here trying to figure out player of the game, and there's nobody that really stood out. There were several kids that played pretty well, but trying to come up with someone who really stood out was is a bit difficult. So we have several names we're running around up here to pick for our player of the game, but we'll get that. We're waiting for Coach Reynolds is talking with the team, and he'll come over to see Bill, and we'll have a quick chat with him. But yeah, it's always difficult to pick player of the game. Somebody has a good play, but one play make it, 2 plays make it. How many plays do you have to play well in order to become player of the game? And we want it to be legitimate. We don't want to just throw it out there. I think it ought to be one of us so we can get our pizza. We didn't have any pizza tonight.
The one thing you don't want to do with it is turn it into a participation trophy.
No.
Or, you know, it is something that, you know, granted, it's not like you're being named MVP of the NFL or anything like that, but it should have some meaning, you know, something of that nature. You know, and in a ball game like tonight, to be quite honest with you, it's tough to pick one. You know, you're playing an opponent, in all honesty, is just outright tonight was just outright better than you.
Yeah,
they blocked better than we could block. They ran better than we run. We're going to have those, and you know, and it's just going to take some time. But you know, it does make things like this a little difficult.
Coach Reynolds will be coming over to see Bill and.
Did you name somebody?
Joe.
No, I have not. I'm still perusing.
Oh, you learned a word this week.
Perusing, yes. That means I'm looking around for something to say. No.
Isn't that?
Right. But well, we'll see. As Bill's looking for Coach, I don't think Coach wants to speak. Yeah, here he comes. We'll send it down the field to Mr. Bill McCrillis and Coach Reynolds.
We'll ask Coach just one question. Coach, what do we take away tonight?
You know, it's still, you have those glimpses and those flashes of things we're intending and working on, you know. And then obviously we have those other moments where we're not there. Came out of the gates early. We were ready to tackle their big fullback. I mean, it was very evident. And then we get into the second series and we start adjusting pad levels and we make some plays on them. And at this point, we need to be ready to play out of the get-go. That's the first thing. And we just need some consistency and execution as we move down the field.
Real quick about next week. Got a tough one coming up.
Absolutely. You know, we still do our thing. You know, we have our core principles and we have the things that we're building. We continue to build those things regardless of who we're coming. So we're going to still work on those fundamentals and those details that we need to work on, pad level execution and all those things.
Okay, Coach. Hey, thank you very much for the interview.
Thank you very much.
Take care now.
All right. Good night, guys.
All right. All right, there you go, guys. Looking forward to next week, Monday night over next Friday in Meadville.
Yeah, thanks, Bill. Wireless Mike tonight brought to you by Titusville Dairy Products Company and by Ongley's Outdoor Power Equipment.
Well, it's time to pick the player of the game, and like I said, we've been hashing around names up here, Bill, and I'm not sure, Steve, have you been perusing? Have your perusing paid off?
No, not really. To be 100% honest with you, no.
Well, I'll tell you what, guys. If I had my choice, I would probably be for the other side tonight.
Oh.
We can't do that, though, can we?
No, we cannot do that.
And it's it's a credit to them.
They're good.
A couple of people that stick out to me earlier in the ball game. Nate Stearns at the linebacker position. We shot him a couple of times. He was in the backfield. It's the first time we've seen that. It was the first time we saw it in this game. So
whoever number 87 was, he had an outstanding ball game.
I would go. My selection would be Nate Stearns out of the linebacker position.
Nate Stearns it is. Congratulations. You are the Corky's Pizza player of the game. Next week, you guys brought it up, Rockets on the road to take on the Meadville Bulldogs. And that game will be shown on Armstrong's Neighborhood channel, and we'll be streaming it right here. And we want to thank Fort LeBeouf for allowing us to stream tonight's game. A big thanks. What a great crew here, athletic director. Wonderful, very helpful, great facility. Military night. It was just a great night in that regard. They did a really nice job here. So I want to thank our crew, Jim Bodemer, Steve Bodemer, Bill McCrillis, Adam Bodemer, Joe Watkins. I'm Luke Rio. Final comments, guys?
See you next week. See if we can get something going against Meadville.
Again, it's going to be the same thing as tonight. Meadville's going to run the ball on you. You're going to have to make tackles.
All right, guys. That does it for us. Our coverage of Rocket Sports made possible by these great sponsors, by Oil Creek Plastics, by Titusville Area Hospital, by Interstate Pipe and Supply, by State Farm Insurance, by Poppies, by the Gordon B. Garrett Funeral Home, by Donovan and Bauer Auto Group, by The Barking Lot, by Fat Chads, by Armstrong, by Kreiner Real Estate, by Warner's Bakery, by Goodwill, by Larry's Auto Service, by Corky's Pizza, and by the Titusville Beverage. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. We'll see you back here next week for more Rocket Sports and Rocket Football next Friday on the road to take on the Bulldogs.
Thank you for watching Stream Sports' presentation of Titusville Rocket Sports on Stream TV.